It wouldn't be the show if I didn't fuck it up. Welcome to the American Journal, episode 10, the new American Journal. Excuse me, so I don't get sued, so they don't copyright strike me over at the new Onion Center or whatever it's called. Welcome to the show. Sorry for the delay there. I thought I was going to go live at 7:30, but I was out with Rupert. Where is Rupert? That's a good question. Hold on. Okay. I don't have the dog cam. You can see how bad my chair is. I don't have the dog cam set up right now because we were filming something else. So I actually took the tripod out that was hooked up to the computer, but he's right over there. He's asleep. So got a lot I want to talk about today. This is going to be a very long stream. I've gotten used to being complacent and doing the 2 to 3 hour. I'm really having issues with rent, really having issues with just general cost to doing business nowadays. And I'm very upset about it. And I want to talk about it all tonight. And I also want to talk about how we can empower ourselves by making some better choices, myself included. So the consumer sentiment in the United States of America has hit an all-time low. Like on record, they can't find a time where it was lower than this, according to the data that I've seen. So, I mean, I'm really feeling it. And it's been hard for me because I'm like, Rex, you're not doing 1,000,000%, but it's not like you're not doing 90%. Like, why isn't this working? This used to work. You used to be able to make money in the economy. You used to be able to sell people products. You used to be able to pay for shipping. You used to be able to pay to run ads. You used to be able to do all this stuff. And now the margins are just so thin across the board on everything. And people, the consumer sentiment, the retail buyer, like the person I really want to have a connection with, they can't afford anything. So, you're having to look at like the markets that are recession proof, and there aren't many of them. But, I'd like to think that what I do is a little bit recession proof because with what I do with like Jones CBD, 50%off.com, shroomforce.com, goprimalcore.com, is like I haven't updated the price on Knockout for like a decade straight. Like it's still the same price it was in 2016 if you buy it from me now for $30. And I don't plan on having the prices go up. If I do, there'll be an adjustment where like if you subscribe, you'll get a discount. But it's very hard to operate. And traditionally, I've been thinking about money lately, like in a way that I haven't before. Because like back in the day, and not even back in the day, in like 2021. We're not even shit. It's crazy how much time has accelerated. I'm thinking of like 2022, 2023, when I'm going around the country and I'm meeting with some of these big manufacturers and they're quoting me, like $14, $15 a unit, but some things like $11 a unit, $12 a unit. And like for very high MOQ where it doesn't make sense, like if you're ordering 2,500 units or more, if you're ordering 5,000 units, you shouldn't be paying double digits. Like it's just a good rule of thumb in the supplement industry, unless it's like a very complicated formula. That being said, I understand now because like having to quote things for people now is totally different than what it was before. It's radically different. Whereas before I could reasonably and confidently say, if this is an ingredient in a double lot capsule, if we're going to do, a 30 count or a 60 count of like a 1 ingredient or a 2 ingredient, even like 5 or 6, it should be under $6 to make. And then like, you got to have margin in there. You got to make money. So maybe you charge somebody like $7, $8, $9, $10 to buy it, right? Depending on how much they're actually ordering, right? Because if you buy in bulk, if you're buying the ingredients in bulk, it gets your price down. Look at everything now. Like, I don't want to be a guy that charges people $10 a unit. That's everything I stand against. But if you look at it from an economic standpoint, it's bad. It's bad out here. It's hard. And when fat people, I know I'm not in the best shape, but I mean, just fat in the sense of like having the wealth and having the money, like a quartering or Andrew Wilson, for example. I'm just going to keep calling them out because I like doing it. These people, they have endless trunks of money. They have giant pools of gold coins into which they dive like Scrooge McDuck. And then they go on the internet and they talk about real people's problems. People like you, people like me, people that got to actually work really hard to afford the roof over their head. And I do. I work really, really damn hard. And this is the thing. People go, you nepo baby, your daddy gave you everything you had. I've been solo business for 5 years. Most companies, I think it's like 75% don't survive 3. So like someone like me, I'm trying to contribute. I'm trying to lift other people up, both with what I do, selling the supplements, selling the knockout, 50percentoff.com, selling the CBD, jonescbd.com. But I'm selling people products that are good for them while at the same time employing Americans, making things in America, shipping things in America, contributing to the economy in America. And I thought that that is what I was supposed to do. I was told that if I did that, that there would be benefits in the society for me because in America, we care about small business. I was told that this administration would make things more affordable and that I would get tired of winning. I'm tired of losing. We're losing a lot right now. Shipping costs went up 1/3. Are you kidding me? And that's just like, you want to play games on my stream. You want to jack around and like, what does Black Swan event actually mean? Like being a little word wizard over there. You know what it means? You know what Black Swan event means, Andrew? It means my shipping costs go up 1/3 overnight because Trump says so. It's just unbelievable. And that's why when I come to you and I talk about politics, and believe me, we're going to do a lot of that today. It's going to be a long stream. Sorry for missing the morning and all of that. When I come to you and I talk about politics, I talk about society, it is from a grounded perspective that you and I both share. It's completely alien to these people. I offer them $1,000 to go debate. And I've worked real hard for that $1,000. And I would do it because it would be a huge opportunity. It would be big promotion for the platform. And it would be, valid and valuable argument that I think we would need to have in person. And he goes, something like, I don't even get out of bed for 1,000, or just laughing at the amount of money, because Mr. Moneybags, right? But if you're Mr. Moneybags, then you're not a man of the people and you're not connected to society. So what are you talking about? So I don't know. I come to you guys, and believe me, there's going to be plugging on this show. Like if you're going to bed at night, I think you should be taking Knockout or Dreamwave. So I will try to sell it to you. But that comes from a place of love. And like if it didn't, I wouldn't do it. And it's that simple. These people that are on the internet all day and all they do is like plug them. Oh my gosh, they plug themselves. I didn't even think about it like that. They plug themselves. They're the product. It all makes sense. The drama, the chaos, the crisis, all of it. It's because they're the product. We don't do that here. I'm just a messenger. I want to relay you the best news. I want to have fun with you, but I'm ultimately not the product. I'm the messenger. And if you want to support the message, you want to support the show, then you buy the product, right? So just a key little distinction there. How are we doing in the chat? How are we doing? I'll shout people out. What's up, Moshmiri? I can see it now. I didn't have it open. What's up, Alexander? What's up, Wes? Rotad. Patriot Independence, Graffinati, Trans Tim Kennedy, Alexander again. 1, 2. Where's David? Who? David Knight? That's interesting. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's not I didn't play intro for 3 hours. All right. So let's talk about this a little bit. Let's have a little bit of fun. So what will happen going forward in the future, starting Monday, when everything is all put together? And I don't know if Austin is watching this or not. Shout out to you, but I've got somebody helping me with all this. What's going to happen is from 7:30 to 8 a.m. in the morning when I'm doing American Journal, gonna run an Alex Jones compilation of memes, edits, music videos, probably all the stuff you hate, to be honest, but it's stuff that really warms my heart. So I'll be playing that and have some ads in between, try to get people to buy melatonin, whatever, and then do full show, and then outro will end with a 30-minute edit. We'll also eventually have edits of the documentaries, edits of, different interviews. I found the Farrakhan interview, I found the Rogan interview, I found the Ventura interview, like all sorts of really cool stuff from like the mid to late 2000s that I remember and that I want to bring back. Definitely going to be doing a lot of that, but it won't be a 3-hour thing like that. It is weird, right? Is it not weird to, how do I hide it? Okay. Is it not weird to like loop your like intro montages for like 4 hours before you go live? Like I would think, and this is the thing, and this is how you can tell how good he is at what he does. He's got people so engaged that I'm really not a regular viewer anymore. I used to be. And the thing is, it's different for me. Let me qualify that. It's different for me to be a regular viewer than somebody else because I view it more as like I'm a fan of like broadcasting and media. So when I watch it, I'm like, man, he had a really good show. I'm like, wow, he had a really cogent message. It was all together. It was delivered in a really impressive way. I'm a fan of like oration. I like speaking. And like he just is the best at that. But that's why he's got people that are like, oh, he's not live yet. I leave, I come back, I leave, I come back. And I'll do it like 8-10 times because I've done it. Because like he knows that he can make you wait. But he doesn't monetize correctly. None of these people monetize correctly. I'm the only one that's monetized correctly, and I'm barely making any money because like the economy is shit, and it really sucks. If people had any disposable income at all, I would be doing all right. But I've seen the drop off. But someone like him, he can sell markup merch, and he can sell the quarter zips and stuff, and he can do really well. So you know what? And I can't hate on his business model or anything because he's been debanked. So I don't even know what that means because that hasn't happened to me. I've been deplatformed, but I haven't been debanked. So like he got hit with like, InfoWars got hit with like the green kryptonite. Fuentes got hit with like the red kryptonite. It was different for him. I mean, D Live back in the day. Good grief. I mean, I know all sorts of interesting stuff about certain streaming platforms and how they were created. Back in the day, it was wow. We had to build our own in like 2 weeks. And this is something we'll just go ahead and get into. We'll do a little walk down memory lane. I'll do call in tonight. We'll do the whole thing. But I wasn't talking about memory lane. Crap. Now it just flew out of my head like a little birdie. No, I have the on-air sign somewhere else. I have that in my living room right now. And there are a few of them. Who knows which one is the original? No one has any idea. Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yep. That's true. I was going to make a really good point there. What was I talking about? People in chat, help me out. Help the ADHD out. Let's make for a good show. I was thinking about InfoWars. I was reminiscing. Fuentes getting shut down. Oh, yeah. So like the deplatforming was super fucked up. And the deplatforming had absolutely nothing to do with Sandy Hook, by the way. So oftentimes, like in people's minds, they'll get this shit wrapped up because it all started around the same time, right? You have the Sandy Hook stuff, which happens in like 2018, the lawsuit. And then you have the deplatforming, which I think the deplatforming happened first. I think that is correct. But we were off all socials. I mean, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, gone. And the YouTube almost had 3 million subs. It had like almost 3 billion total views. And whatever you think about InfoWars or my dad as a person, the operation was insanely popular. It was everything back in 2016. I mean, that's why to this day that gay frog meme is so huge, just because that's when it came from. It was part of the 2016 election. So when we got deplatformed, when I lost dozens, if not hundreds of videos and things that I had edited and things that I produced on the InfoWars channel with no hope of ever getting it back, we built our own streaming platform, Band.video, within like 2 weeks. I sat in the IT room and I watched them do it. Very, very impressive stuff. Organizations that get paid tens or hundreds of millions of dollars could not do what we did during that time period. And like, it's literally like they tried everything they could do to kill us. And that's why ultimately lawsuits come after. I know, oh my God, the justice. Please give me a fucking break. We got war criminals on TV. And you want to talk to me about justice and suing people. It's a complete joke. There is no justice in this country. We are all just sad clowns to dance for you. That is what this is. And that's what they've tried to make InfoWars into But in doing that and trying to inspire a public humiliation or a mocking or a degradation or like a false grave image they raise up, in doing that to the original thing, you only make the original thing more powerful. Because if you're cutting a man's tongue out, you only means you're afraid of what he has to say, right? So you can look at all of this, and then you can look at 2024 and the Trump administration coming in. And I would definitely say our biggest mistake as a media platform, as InfoWars in general, was the faith in Trump after COVID, specifically after Operation Warp Speed and the father of the vaccine and Fauci and all of that. Because here's the thing. I know there's tons of people out there that agree with me, that love what I'm saying right now. To the people that disagree, I'm talking to you. Read RFK Jr.'s book or listen to it like I did. I won't pretend that I read that giant tome or whatever, but I listened to it. It's a 32-hour long audiobook. Listen to him talk about Fauci and then apply that logic to Fauci's relationship with Trump. Fauci is a very nasty character. And they have like this image or I guess we have this image in our head or had this image in our head of Trump. Hold on 1 second. Trump is like this like lovable retard, right? Like this like lovable like imbecile. And it's like, well, Trump just don't know any better. Trump don't know about Jeff Sessions. Trump don't know about John Bolton. Trump don't know about Mike Pompeo. Trump don't know. And I think that's bullshit from day one. Now, me as a teenager back in the day, being inspired by Trump and what I thought he represented, sure, makes tons of sense. Like, he's just confused. You know, he's got bad people around him. But I realize now in my early 20s, sitting here bald and sitting here in debt and sitting here trying to run my business, that maybe we were all lied to. Maybe he wasn't so incompetent. Because if you're incompetent, I think you would have done a better job for the country. I think this has been by design pretty much from day one. I just don't think he was totally a part of the design just yet. I think it took around like when he fired missiles into Syria in 2018, that was probably the first time they really told him to jump. And he said, I won't let you tell me how high, but I'll jump a little bit. And then it just continued on and got further and further and more corrupt and more corrupt. And what has always been demonstrated by Trump is a pathological need to be liked. And this is a big problem. We cannot have this with the elected officials. The elected officials should almost be ashamed of the job and ashamed of themselves, almost like a monk. Like a monk is like, like I'm an ascetic, I'm warring against sin. I'm going to eat nuts in the desert. And that's all I'm going to eat because I want to kill the passions within myself. That's literally how the politician should be. The politician should be like, I live broke as hell. I do not invest in any prediction markets or any stock markets or anything of that nature. Like I am just here to work on the law. Like that's ideally what we would have. But we've created this culture where you go to Congress, go to government to get rich. And, maybe that wasn't entirely Trump's intention at first, but I think it was a part of it. And a part of it is all they need to get you. So welcome to Hell World. I guess that's my little monologue. It's fun because I know this show and the Fuentes show have some similarities, and it's because we went to the same school. He just called in virtually, and he's a much more talented student than me. But yeah, it's InfoWars style. Like everything you see around you, having your own studio, broadcasting directly, talking to the camera, talking into the microphone to the person listening behind the screen, wherever you are, in the car, at the gym, in the airport, wherever, and not doing the thing where you're looking side to side and you're talking. And that's a part of like the 2-person show or the gray area show or whatever. And it's still broadcast when we do that. But the one-on-one direct laser focused broadcast is a special thing that was developed at InfoWars because specifically what's different about, you've been saying, oh, cable news been around 100 years, boy. You don't know nothing about cable news. You're not nearly as professional. That's because they got a freaking iPad under the camera. I don't have an iPad under the camera. I just talk. It just flows from me like crushing water. And like, that's the thing that you see these people, even like the debate lords, they can't even replicate it because they got to stick to their song and dance. They got to do their script. I just walk in the spirit of what I do. And that's what Fuentes does too. I know he's a lot better researched and he really cares and he's had a lot more practice, but this is a great show just like that, albeit a slightly lesser one, I will say. But I'll check in with you guys. Lied to by Alex. Alex is number one guy saying Trump just got bad people and his foolish mistake, foolish thing to say. I think we're all fools for believing that, but it's all just like no one can ever make a genuine mistake. It is all malicious and evil. Like it's really sick. Okay, like we fucked up. Like I'm kind of retarded. Isn't that what he said? Like what more do you want from people, man? We haven't killed anybody. Isn't that cool? Also, Vitamin Mineral Fusion and Turbo Force. I plan to bring these back under my own label. Do not buy Dr. Jones Naturals Turbo Force. Buy Brain Force Plus from 50percentoff.com. 50percentoff.com, guys. You still have 2 containers of the bone broth. The bone broth. The bone broth. Hold on. One second. Hold on. All right, we're going to go to that because that's such a classic. Let me find it. Alex Jones Caveman. Dude, we used to have the best ads. We play this on the show too. Check this out.
Getting what humans always thought was key, the bone broth. 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 Well, now it's the next level of that. It's Caveman. Hey, I need a glass of Caveman. Caveman. Man, it's better than Ovaltine. Better than Ovaltine. It's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Caveman is just over the top. What in the world? But now with the milk, I was like, whoa, this has milk in it. Whoa. It tastes like good. Man, this tastes so good. Tastes like the best milkshake ever. It tastes like Ovaltine. It tastes like Ovaltine. It tastes like Ovaltine. Like good. It tastes like Ovaltine. It tastes like Ovaltine. It tastes like Ovaltine. Like good. Whoa.
This is I can say without a doubt, at least in my experience, that this is literally...
This is a super home run available at InfoWarsLife.com, and it supports the broadcast. All right, all the big news straight ahead. Thanks, Buckley.
Dude, back in the day, you don't understand if you weren't there. And you can be there behind the screen 100%. Like if you're an old info warrior, you know what I'm talking about. It was a legendary time. Oh, I really should cover the news. I know you guys want me to, but I kind of want to watch more of these. Oh man, they're so good. What's up, Jack? Would you mind closing the curtains? I appreciate you. Ooh, we got the battery pack. Nice. Pac-Man, like Gucci Mane, but for batteries instead of hard drugs. Do we have never mind. I got it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. I see Anthony Graffio in the chat. Anthony Graffio has been doing such an amazing job helping me co-host the or just helping me a second mic on the American Journal in the morning. I know you guys have been seeing us flow together. Really appreciate the time he's been spending with me on the show. Really, really do appreciate that. Yeah. All right, I will. Here's the thing: we'll have a lot better ability to play more clips as once I get the switcher on Monday. We will play a few more. And I can see like it sucks how much they've removed too. And that would be my question, Mr. Knowledge Fight person in here. Like, are you cool with like the digital erasure of someone from the internet because they said something about dead kids? Like, seriously, do you think someone deserves, like in the old days, like strike his name from the stone tablets treatment? You think he deserves that? Or might that be targeted? Might that be, you know, a test case for everybody else? Just another question. You know, you're all confident in your position, I'm sure. But you know what? All right, I'll go ahead and get to the news. I got some kind of like more domestic stuff, and then we'll hit foreign policy here in the second hour. So what is going on with people in this country? This is a big problem. And like, this is why I say like America, by and large, isn't a Christian country. It's some other fucked up sect of that, like Mormonism or something. Not trying to bash anybody, but it's a heresy, you know? And they've literally, I guess this is at a golf course or whatever that he owns. They have erected, they have erected a giant golden idol of Trump. So I hadn't seen this before. And when I saw it, I was like, this is a joke. This is AI. It's not real. And then I saw him comment on it. And look at the people with the hair thing. I don't know what it's called, but I know it's a Jewish thing. Isn't that interesting? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they are shaving off tiny bits of the gold statue. But I'll play it.
I want to make sure everyone can hear. Okay, sir.
Hello, everybody. I want to thank you so much for being there today, and more importantly, for what you did. The statue is beautiful. You know, I saw it during the weekend. We had a big PGA tournament with a great champion, and all great champions, actually, but it was a great tournament, and I got to look at it very closely, and it's incredible. And I just want to thank you. I know it was done from love, and I want to thank Mark Burns, a pastor. He's a good pastor. He's a good man. I've known him a long time. He's been with me from the beginning, right from the beginning. Maybe about 2 days later, right? 2 days.
Right, Mr. President.
he was right at the beginning.
And it's all this sick jerk off fest. And they've built a giant golden idol to the Trump god as the country is literally disintegrating around us. Like, this is and I know let them eat cake didn't actually happen. I know that's not real. By the way, I'm not historically ignorant, but this is that. Like this makes me look at the data centers and think about, things I shouldn't be legally allowed to think about. I am so tired of them erecting this prison around us, and they build monuments to their own greatness while they do it. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, I am a peaceful, nonviolent person, but this is how we're going to get the summer of love 1,000 times over in 2028, 2029. When that Great Depression hits, I mean, you're going to see that thing go down like the statues of Stalin, like the statues of like any other tyrannical leader, or when we've collapsed throughout history. I mean, this should disgust you as an American. It disgusts me. I mean, think about last time you were at the gas pump. I was at the gas pump this morning. It was cold. The wind was blowing. It was gray. I get out of my car. I walk to the pump after unscrewing the nozzle that opens my gas tank, and I look down, and it is it's $4.95 for the middle one, which is what I use. And I'm like, man, this was 2.5, just 2 months ago, and then something that didn't have to happen happened, and I hear a whole lot of faggots on the internet defending what happened. Well, so for this long period of time, we are, criticize Trump as Democrats mean. Give me a freaking break, people. Give me a break. Do you contribute to the economy? Do you contribute to society? Are you anything besides a debating edgelord on the internet? Do you actually contribute? What do you produce? Nothing. They produce absolutely nothing, but they manufacture consent for a man that builds giant golden statues of himself as the country is starving because it's better than the Democrats. Please, 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 please stop it. It is enough. It's like a bad dog. You tell a bad dog, down, stop it. Seriously, people. That is how I feel when I hear what you say. When I hear the quartering, waddling around the internet, when I hear him blow his trunk like an elephant and say, president's always been bad. You're just too young, and when you're older, you understand. I refuse to live in your society. We will fix the things that you have broken. We will heal what you have corrupted, Jeremy. And just anyone else that shares the ideology. It's got nothing to do with the individual people. You have to understand when I call them faggots, it's the spirit of the thing. Okay? And it's like South Park, right? Not calling them gay or anything like that. It's a loud Harley rider. It's a faggot. It's what it is. Just using plain English, plain language there. Everyone understands what I mean because it is like the government. Have you ever seen Beauty and the Beast? It's like the government is Gaston, and these guys like the little like wormhole dude that like follows him around and says how great he is. That's what we got going on here. That's a big problem for the country. And as Jack said, as my roommate said, it shows that your coalition is weak if you do not, civilly within the party politically, totally revolt over all of this, because all of this is unacceptable. And anyone that is telling you to compromise, anyone that is telling you that, hey, kid, it's not so bad. When you get older, you'll understand. Look at me. They are subversive. They're subversive to the country. And whether that's out of personal financial interest, apathy, malevolence or negligence. All of them. It's all bad. So people like that, when they give their political opinions and then they also broadcast they're worth probably millions of dollars, they're not to be taken seriously because they don't live in the world that you and I share. I guess this is kind of the theme of today. We're going to get into more of this with Trump's outrageous lies about what's going on with the Project Freedom, or I keep blanking on the name, and I watch this stuff. I follow this stuff literally all day. And it's so retarded that it's left my mind. Okay, all right, we'll address this in a second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to play the rest of the clip out real quick.
I appreciate it, Mark. You're great. And just really a good person. And I want to thank everybody there. I don't know, here there's a good crowd of people, but I want to thank you all, and I won't forget it. And we love you all, and the country's doing great.
I'm sure the country's doing amazing for everybody that's on that fucking golf course. I'm sure everybody that has a net worth of 10 million or more is real pleased about what's going on. I mean, it's so out of touch. It's like that guy, and I got to find it. Anthony, I know you're watching the show. See if you can DM me the video of the guy like grinning about how everyone's in credit card debt up to their ears. No one can afford anything. I retweeted it, and I've had like 3 people talk to me about that. Literally like pull me aside personally, be like, hey, like I saw it. That's crazy. Like they're evil that they laugh at that. And you see, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that Bill Gates video that I retweeted or quote tweeted with my commentary about like this guy really thinks he has the right to decide how many people live on Earth. There are these things that are so triggering to people, like triggering to their humanity in a good way. When I use it, like triggering the positive human, like survival response, the mammalian response to protect oneself and one's young. And it makes them go, whoa, I do not agree to this. And you got fat retards on the internet, like the Quartering and Andrew Wilson. They're like, that instinct doesn't exist. Nothing will ever change in the country. When you literally see people crying out for change, hungry for it, desperate for it, needing it. And you don't even provide them a real solution. You just say it's not going to happen, so you better accept lesser of 2 evils. And then maybe one day we'll reform the system to some weird thing that I want to create. We have the Constitution. We have the Declaration of Independence. We have the Bill of Rights. We have the Federalist Papers. We have everything we need to fix every problem we got right now. That's why I like Jose Vega so much, is because he talks about this. We'll be doing more streams with him as well. Like the solutions aren't even radical. They're simple. Like what we're advocating for, all we're advocating for is for us to stop as a nation, for us to stop invading other countries, for us to stop waging economic warfare, for us to stop allowing Israel to commit mass genocide in multiple countries. That's all we want. It's just an end to the funding, an end to the debt, a balancing of the budget, an end to the deficit spending. Like they've literally talked about as long as I've been alive and far before I've been alive. I remember when the debt was under 10 trillion or close to it, whatever. Now it's at 40. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? I'm 23 years old. Are you fucking kidding me right now? And you're going to laugh on the internet and say, oh, $1,000 ain't that much money to me, kid, because I'm so rich. Well, if you're so rich, why don't you go live in your gold mansion? What are you doing giving political takes on the internet? Haven't you made it already? Don't you see how that biases you towards the elite? Because you are the elite. And the elite in this country are the weakest people around. You know, maybe that's why we, the Joneses, we've never been considered elite. Maybe that's why we've never been truly rich or truly wealthy, like all these people that brag about it on the internet. Maybe that's why, because we've spent every single dime on the message, on the energy, on the operation. Isn't that interesting? Elite. Don't make me laugh. What a joke. What a complete joke. It's much more important. It's much more amazing, much more fulfilling to be a man of the people than to be an elite, to be a rich man. Who cares about such things? I want to hire reporters. I want to run broadcasts. I want to do other shows, just like my dad. You know, if that's a crime, and I guess it probably is, just sue me. Just go ahead and say, oh, you're not allowed to have a show because your last name is Jones. You're not allowed to talk because your last name is Jones. You're not allowed to be on the internet because your last name is Jones. And it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over again forever until I finally drag you out, until you finally get tired and finally submit, and then we win. That's what we got going on. But the spirit of the people that would protect such a retarded golden effigy, such as this, and would describe this as a Christian action, or the man that would do this would be a Christian man, or that it would be a Christian nation that supports something like this. This is fucked up. And this is representative of our republic, representative of empire, representative of everything that these people support when they continue to support Trump and when they continue to support the wars. So take a look. Ain't that beautiful? Yeah, class warfare. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Total class warfare. Thank you for that, Anthony. I see that you put it in there. Now, I don't know where this is at. This isn't in Austin because it's not that high. It's not that high here. But, yeah. Anyone cool with that? Anyone making enough money to really just laugh at that? Like, oh, I'll go read a bunch of books and debate people. Because I don't have to worry about the actual prices of things because I'm a slug on the economy. Yeah. All right, yeah, and let's just go. I wanted to run through a few topics here. I'm gonna be live for a minute. Here's the thing. I'm gonna cut back to myself. Repost the stream. Please repost the stream. If you're watching this on X, just do it. Just repost the stream. I got discount codes for you later. I got a whole bunch of cool stuff. Probable, not possible, guest appearances. I'm probably gonna invite Anthony to come up here. DMT will probably be joining me, not the drug, the person. Dominic Michael Trippy might be joining me. It depends on his family engagements and stuff he's got going on. But we gonna be here for a while today. So if you want to hang out, then I will be your chronicler tonight, which I look forward to being. So let's take a little look at this here. And this is my dad's opinion on the UFO thing. And as we all know, there's Project Bluebeam. This has been an admitted program for a very long time. I mean, there's an old story about War of the Worlds, right? And how like a radio program convinced people that we were being alien invaded. And this has always been, like the great unifier. Like, what if it came from above? Ooh. And whatever you think about that shit, whatever you think about the sky, whatever you think about space, whatever you think about aliens, whatever, the real aliens come from the giant 62-mile data center where they're able to run an infinite simulation of creation, run at 10,000 times the speed of light, so they can evolve super entities, also known as demons, in the second dimension and raise them up to ours. So we live in like Pacific Rim meets Tron. That's probably the best way. Pacific Rim meets Tron. You're going to blend like sci-fi concepts. And someone would be like, actually, there's a book that describes all this perfectly, and you're not well read. Yeah. Okay, whatever. But you're the genius. You're the great one. I submit to you. Okay, you win. But like it's Pacific Rim meets Tron as far as I'm concerned. And like, you remember that drone shit when they're like, there's a drone flying around the sky. We got a drone in the sky. And I know everyone posts a video, dad posts videos, whatever. I don't care. Like, I don't believe in the aliens. I think they're demons or whatever, but like, who cares? Like, honestly, if an alien beams you up and you get abducted by aliens and you get like anally probed or whatever they do, is that any worse than paying $7 a gallon for gasoline? Is that any worse than going bankrupt and losing your business? Is that any worse than not being able to feed your wife and children? Maybe the aliens even give you money after they're done. Kind of like a cheap hooker or something. Wouldn't that be interesting? Maybe that's a preferable deal. Anyone ever think of that? Maybe the aliens should be in charge. And I'm sure that's what will be sold too. They'll say, well, the aliens, we've met the aliens, and it's very important that you understand the aliens are a supremely intelligent, hyper-evolved race of psychic beings. And they will be running our government and running the world government in the country and all countries in the future. And they'll have like some serious general say it, and then Trump will come out and say, the aliens offered us a lot to give up everything we had. Trust me, I got us the best deal possible, a deal like you wouldn't believe. I said, Melania, you cannot freak out about this. You cannot tell anyone, but the aliens have inserted an anal probe in me that will blow me up unless I give all of our national resources to them. We have to do it. We're going to do it. They're going to kill me. But Donald, you have line of succession. You have J.D. Vance. You have Marco Rubio. Give yourself up to save the country. No, Melania. They've promised me immortality. They say I'll be alive for 5,000 years. I'll be alive just as long as they live, maybe even longer, they say. They say longer for you, Mr. Trump. They say, Mr. Trump, you've been eating Diet Coke and McDonald's all your life. Did you know we invented these foods? We made them just for you, to make you strong, to make you survive. And I'm almost 90% silicon now because of how much McDonald's I've ingested. All right, I was having fun. I kind of lost it a little bit. I had an idea for a joke, and it just kind of flew out of my head. We have negotiated with the aliens, and I have agreed that we will surrender. I mean, maybe we get that. I don't think that's coming. There's not even any real disclosure. I looked at the documents, and it's literally like stuff you could make in MS Paint level. I know it's all real, and the things fly around the pilots or whatever, but like we know they know more, at least about it or whatever. It's just a thing. It's like releasing that like photo of Bigfoot that's not real. Like, what do you expect people to believe? But I'll play my dad talking about it. I want monologue.
And we've seen this build up the last 5 years really intensely with all these clear disinformation agents coming into Congress, putting out rabbit trails that go nowhere, obscuring what's really happening, claiming that.
I got to get that shirt. I don't know if we saw this one. We got it. It looks like ours. It looks like something we would sell. It looks like a Bigley shirt too. He's in good shape right now as well. But I need to get one of these.
That there's about to be this huge disclosure so they can focus people on their disinformation, and then going around basically with government-sponsored clergy response teams that in the past they set up to tell churches, turn in your guns during martial law, things like that. These are government-controlled pastors. Now they have these government-controlled pastors under an FBI program called InfraGard, and it's also connected to NASA and the CIA.
And this shit's just so retarded. Like, they have like the UFO disclosure pastor guy with like people, like he's got like a green screen background behind him of people like getting beamed up and abducted. Like, it's just okay. All right, I'll play him out.
Public going around saying, I'm a pastor that works for intelligence agencies and the aliens are real and you need to get ready to have your faith shaken about the Bible and Jesus.
You gonna have your faith shaken in the Bible and Jesus after I tell you this government lie. I'm a pastor, quote unquote. I work for the CIA.
And they're using it to undermine really Christianity, saying they're defending it. So this is a larger psyop just to screw with everybody's brains and to just further shake confidence in society. That is 100% what's going on here. And they're also setting the precedent to do a false flag and claim it's aliens.
Totally agree. Great take. I'd say I agree with my dad about half the time, maybe on stuff. This is a great take. Totally agree with this. And I mean, here's the thing: is I've heard about Project Bluebeam and all these things since I was like a little kid. So, like, as far as track record for like being able to provide justification for the worldview, like whatever they're telling us is coming from space is not actually what's coming from space. I think that's very clear. So a very good clip from my dad there. Gotta love Alex Jones. If you don't, well, we love you as well, even if you don't love us. And that's what makes us superior. Check this out. Is the government tyrannical? No, I would never question our great and incredible leaders who only want what's best for us. This is why, like, this is why I feel so raped, like just going out and like walking around cameras, walking around, these giant, like, surveillance grid systems they have now that scan everything you do, things that record you without your consent or knowledge. I mean, dude, this is not how we're supposed to live. And this is that thing I was talking about, like the primal human survival instinct is like, that is going to start to get activated in people. And I'm seeing it at the gas pump. I'm seeing this spirit get activated at the gas pump. I'm seeing everybody talk to each other pissed off. Okay. That don't happen unless there's something really wrong. And that's like the first step, but it's the first step on like a 100-step escalation ladder. And that's how you end up with a burned out country. So everybody who justifies this, everybody who justifies the war, everyone who justifies the Epstein shit, everyone who justifies the economy. I mean, like the reckoning is coming. And like the destruction that we've seen domestically is nothing yet compared to what's going to happen. And I think the American economy is more resilient. I think it's going to be at least, another year or two before we hit full Great Depression status. I think, just from an artisan perspective, the people that are in charge of the situation, I think there are actually people in charge of the planet that we don't know about. Don't know who they are. Shout out to you. I guess you really won the game as you kill us all for no reason, just because you want to live alone or whatever, which is really lame and sucks. It is what it is. It's modus operandi. We have to oppose them. People like that, I guess, like they don't care. They think that they're going to be exempt from all of it in their bunkers, and that's where they're wrong. We've always talked about that. Like, no place will be safe for you once you destroy the country. And to the political class, they're like middle management. There will be no running away and hiding in Martha's Vineyard come 2029 when the country splits in half. Like, it just ain't gonna happen. So, like, we all have to be united together because we're going to be the ones that are going to have to build something once this all falls away. And this is what's different about when I broadcast and what InfoWars does. Well, other people do too, to be fair. Not just us. We're not the only people. Like, we were all InfoWars all together in this new media spirit. But you'll see a Tim Dillon. You'll see a Quartering. You'll see a Patrick Bet David. Who's another example? A Crowder. Ooh. Ugh. Fucking disgusting, dude. Like, seriously. And Gerald, the little warmonger, and supporting every military action Trump does. And, just it's the same thing about lying about being anti-war, man. Like, but here's the thing. It's like, well, what's going to happen? Rubio or JD, they're going to be in there. It's the new Jeb Bush. Welcome to the new world. Welcome to the worst generation. It's coming for you. You old fucks have no idea what you've triggered, what you have done by activating the worst economic downturn we've ever seen, by supporting it further. Like, we are done with this. There will be no more show where it's a ripoff of InfoWars and the Canadian guy is wearing a double-breasted, like, gun holster thing. I don't even know what it's called because I'm not we won't even get into that. But just seeing all these people like fantasize about like the future elections and I'm smart politically. Well, back in the day, yeah. There are no parallels. There are no corollaries for what's already happening. You could say COVID, but COVID is a thing as to where, like, you could think about it where there's like an enemy, right? Like, there's the virus, and like people are like, ooh, I'm not going to do XYZ because the virus, like, the virus is going to get me, the virus, and the virus made it unaffordable, and the virus made me broke, and the virus made me lock down, stay at home. People don't have that right now. They know Strait of Hormuz and Trump. And they know that the Strait of Hormuz was open before Trump started this illegal war of aggression and closed it. And they mad at Trump. They big mad at Trump right now. So, like, you want to play the games and you want to make comparisons, say, well, actually, under Joe Biden, it was $1.80 more for gas in some areas. So you don't even understand what you're talking about, young man. You don't even remember. And it's just like, bruh. Like, we're not dealing with a pandemic right now. We're dealing with the fucking peace president. We're dealing with a real nigga. Like, holy shit. Like, you people with your arrogance. It really, really irks me. It really makes me mad. Who are you people? I was talking about anybody who supports this war, supports this conflict, supports Trump. Like, who do you think you are? Like, and it's this thing. I think I know what it is, actually. And I was talking about this with InfoWars people today out in the backyard near the studio. We're all hanging out. And I was like, what's awesome about InfoWars is it was like a hermit operation. Like, you had to seek it out, right? Like, I know we did like investigative journalism. I know we did people on the ground, did tons of events and stuff, you name it. But like, when it came to the studio, when it came to collabs, it was not this like clout chase operation. It was just like, we're here, we're InfoWars. This is what we want to do. This is who we are. If you want to be a guest, if you want to come on the show, and if you agree with that, like that message, like that humanity, pro-human message, then anybody and everybody's welcome on the show. And that's why we've had such a wide spectrum of guests over the years. These people literally, and I saw plenty of this at the, not to diss it. I really appreciate Amy inviting me and everything, but like what it turned into, the people, the young Republican types running around in suits and stuff. And I like some of the young Republicans, it's whatever. But like the preening and the costumish behavior and the talking about the social media and the talking about, just the phraseology and the lingo. And it's like click lingo. Like, so, you're in the club, and, you watch the Fuentes show or whatever. And I like Fuentes shit, but you're making it gay and retarded. And like when I see that, and this goes to just Nick's point, it's like it's not a serious political movement. And like the political movement that I would make, that I think I'm going to make, is much different than Fuentes' political movement. But he's right. It's just not serious. These are not serious people. And it's same with people in the media. They just want to fluff around and do the billionaire strut. And like there was a guy at the office a long time ago in an executive position in the 20-teens, and he would wear a light blue sports coat that was like $2,000, and he would wear white pants. All right. And he would literally do the billionaire strut like Vince McMahon, but he would fluff out the jacket and like wave it like a peacock at people, basically. That is what this behavior is. He was fired, by the way. Just like all these people should be fired from your subscription list, from like who you watch on Instagram, YouTube. Like they should be, you as the viewer, as the listener, like anybody that even loosely supports this garbage. Don't give them a view. Don't give them engagement. Don't give them support. They don't deserve it. They're preening in front of you. They're bragging in front of you about their wealth, about their success, about how the rich man is doing well. Off your back, by the way, with what they support. They literally support your disenfranchisement because their disenfranchisement will take like a year longer to happen. Because we're all in the same boat, unless you're worth like $10 million or more, and then you can at least escape the country. Like this is escape from New York. This is escape from LA. This is fucking prison, man. Like welcome to the prison colony. Like we built it around ourselves. We killed all Palestinians and tagged them like they were like pigs in a slaughterhouse. And now we're tagged too. Because, you know, what goes around comes around. What we've done to what you do to others will come around to you. That's the golden rule. So, and, you know, like as bad as I am as a person, as wicked as I am as a person, I've tried my best not to hurt other people. And I think I've been successful in that. I don't think I've done that. You know, I'm sure hurt people's feelings. I'm sure I'm guilty, still sin, whatever. But the people that actually willfully go out and try to hurt other people, try to drag other people down just because it makes them feel elevated, makes them feel like they're one rung up the ladder, freaking disgusting. And that is all I see all day when I go to Eric Doherty, when I go to Katz, or when I go to any of these people, Crowder, you name it, Quartering. Like, where's the humanity? Where's the compassion? And I know I'm ranting again. It makes me mad. It makes me really mad. That isn't the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. I thought that was the golden rule. Pretty sure it is. I'm going to look that up. It 100% is. No, I didn't want the restaurant, the golden rule, and knows that I'm fat. Yeah, it's the ethical principle of treating others as you would want to be treated yourself. Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's in the Beatitudes. Of course I know it. But yeah, all right, we'll go to the next thing, whatever. All right. So whenever these people talk about what they're going to do, it is like Wile E. Coyote setting up the dynamite to blow up the Roadrunner. Because nothing ever fucking happens. Oh, you're surprised I don't have faith in what you're going to say, Mr. Rand Paul. Well, where's the precedent for it? We'll go ahead and play it.
Well, one thing we do know is that when Biden left office, he was granted this very bizarre pardon where he got a pardon that goes back to 2014 for crimes he was never accused of, never convicted. I mean, it's got to be one of the first times that anybody's ever been pardoned.
Yeah, and I think it should be challenged. And so we have, under the Biden administration, I sent criminal referrals for Anthony Fauci to Merrick Garland twice, and I sent them evidence that he had lied to Congress, which was a felony. They just ignored me. I've been working with Bobby Kennedy, and he's been very helpful on this. I have good relationship with him. He's given us a lot of information, and we've looked at the communications. And in Anthony Fauci's communications, we now have evidence that he was telling people like Francis Collins, read this and destroy it. Well, you can't do that. The executive branch, when they communicate, they're required to keep their communications, and they're required to do it on government devices. So we have this evidence, and I've summarized it again in a criminal referral to Trump's attorney general, and I still haven't gotten action. But there's a couple reasons we should do it. One, he shouldn't get away with lying. He shouldn't get away with destroying records. But two, we should check the pardon. Is an auto pen pardon valid? And is a pardon a retrospective pardon back 10 years that doesn't mention a crime? Can you give people a pardon for everything?
Okay, because he'll be dead or whatever before this all gets finished. Take like 5 to 10 years. Then I'm Fauci. I didn't survive. I got the virus. I got some schmutz on my face. It's over. Like none of it. Like, it's just I'm supposed to care about anything these people say. No, I don't anymore. All I care about are geopolitics and the status of rights in my country and how fast they're going away. Because here's the thing. These people, like a presidential pardon is basically what it seems like what he's talking about, diplomatic immunity. It's like James Bond or something. You can just go ahead and do whatever you want. And, should it work that way? Shouldn't it work that way? I'm not a constitutional scholar. Maybe I should be, and I should have an answer to that. But, yeah, you don't do that to people that are innocent, I would think. You could say, malicious prosecution. The other side will get him for no reason. And I guess that's loosely valid enough for them to get it through. I mean, good grief. I mean, like, this is the thing. It's like, we got to do retrospectives. I gotta make a note. It's so hard. So much. We got to do retrospectives because COVID was monstrous. COVID was beyond anything. And, in like a decade or even less than a decade, like 5 years, we'll probably try to do the same thing again. And unless there's like societal history, societal memory of these events, they'll transpire again, And that's a really scary thing to think about. I mean, like, I don't even want to ask the question that just popped in my head because it's a curse. It's absolute curse. So I won't say it, but just like, think about what could happen in the future. That's a nicer version of what I was thinking about in my head. It truly is unbelievable what we've got to suffer through, folks. It really is. And let me see if I can find it. See if I can find it because I was on my own Twitter and then I lost it. Ooh. Harrison Smith hosted a new podcast. That's interesting. Go ahead and throw this up real quick. Announcement. I am hosting a new weekly podcast called Off Limits News with NXR Studios. I will still be hosting War Room on AJN. But in addition, I'll be doing a 1-hour weekend review news recap every Friday for NXR. Very cool. I'll be starting a Patreon, guys, because I'm completely broke and I really need money or else I'm going to lose my warehouse. So I'm going to start a Patreon and I'll start streaming this weekend, doing special episodes on there. I'll be announcing all of that when it comes out, as well as the Rumble. Finally have full-time Switcher, finally have full-time everything. American Journal will be everywhere. New American Journal, not American Journal. The new thing will be everywhere where it needs to be available. And I want to thank everyone that's been so gracious with their time, waiting for that to happen. And they're still yapping in the America First group chat. I can see it. And like, if everyone's going to talk shit about the event, why are you still yapping? Crazy. I don't know. Let's watch this because this is truly disgusting. And this is one of those things that I was pointing out earlier that triggers that like mammalian, like survival response, that human survival response in people. And this is why real change is going to happen. And we need to make sure it's good change instead of bad change, instead of anarchy and violence and like communism. People are not going to accept this much longer. I'm going to play this clip.
I had the head of one of the big 5 banks in my office yesterday going through the credit card data. And just as Secretary Bessent said, credit card spending is through the roof. They're spending more on gasoline, but they're spending more on everything else, too.
He loves it. He absolutely look at the shit-eating grin on his face. And this is on Fox. This is even going to make, some of the more broke boomers upset. We going to live in this society much longer? I don't think so. I have serious doubts. I have serious doubts about the integrity of a system that puts somebody like this in charge, that puts somebody like this in a financial room where they're laughing about how much credit card debt people are in. Truly, truly despicable. Despicable. Wow. Yeah, the hantavirus. Anthony, you know what? You want to join me for a little bit? You want to talk about that? You want to fill me in? Because I just it's just too much to think about. I literally don't care. I'm going to send you the invite link. I'm going to send you a link if you want to join me. And I'm going to do a plug really quick as well. Anthony Graffio is probably, if he's available, he's going to join me. If he's not, totally cool. Totally understand. Oh, Wes, I'm so sorry. I didn't see your message about needing a switcher. I apologize. I probably would have done that too. But we're in it deep now. We're in StreamYard. So, all right, Anthony, I sent you that link. Yeah, no problem. Anthony's going to fill us in on the hantavirus and what's going on with that. And that's the thing, is just like it spreads from like rats and mice apparently, and they're claiming it jumped from human to human, but I don't know about that. Seems like another scare op to me. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about something super important. How do you support the show? How do you fund this operation? You fund this operation the same way that it's been done for decades upon decades now. You buy the products that we create because they're incredible for you in your life. I mean, I have all these sitting in front of me right now. If you could see these bottles up close, if you could look at them, maybe I'll cut back to full screen just for a little bit and try to get them in a good arrangement here. If you can look at these things, or actually, you know what? I'll just go ahead and show you the product pages. This is absolute highest quality. This is full spectrum, made in America, made up in Denton, and then I ship it out of Leander, Texas. This is Dreamwave PM blend. You will not get a better deal on 1,500 milligrams CBD. That's 50 milligrams full spectrum in a dropper, 3 to 6 milligrams half dropper versus full dropper melatonin, and then 50 to 100 milligrams of blue chamomile, which is rich in apigenin, which modulates the GABAergic system. So this is an incredible formula. This is really amazing for people. Like, here's the thing. I sell Knockout Sleep Support 2 on 50% off, which is an amazing product as well. And I truly believe that melatonin is an amazing thing for people to take for sleep. It says a ton of botanicals as well. The GABA, the L-theanine, the L-tryptophan, all that's super important. Knockout Sleep Support. But for the people that are on like the Vicks, for the people that are on like the cough medicine, for the people that are taking like people are taking like DXM and stuff to sleep, that is really unhealthy and really bad for your brain long term. Everything here is phenomenal for you. You could take it year round. So I highly recommend checking it out. Everybody needs something to help them sleep. And for this price point, and you can use code CBD to get an extra 20% off. For this price point, it's literally unbeatable anywhere else. And I want to show people, not just looking for a sleep benefit. I have nano CBD. I have emulsified. It's emulsified in a lecithin layer. It's water soluble, gets everywhere, above 90% bioavailability with chlorophyll, which is an amazing antioxidant. If you want something that's really, really going to make a difference when it comes to like rapid relief, I would highly recommend checking out Ultra Green Nano CBD. Keep in mind, all this stuff is full spectrum. What full spectrum means when it comes to CBD is a lot of people, they sell the CBD isolate, which is just that by itself. This has all the other cannabinoids in it, just under a certain level. That includes THC as well. So you probably don't want to take these products if you're drug tested. I will say that you probably do not want to take these if you're drug tested. That being said, the reason why you'll pop is not because they're like psychedelic or anything. They're not. They meet the legal specifications, and you can view COA and everything right there on the site. But it's pretty powerful stuff. So I've got the absolute best. I've got the Ultra Green. I've got this. This is a formula my dad had me create. It's a lot more expensive than the other ones. Let me tell you why. It's got 200 milligrams per ml of high quality 4-to-1 ashwagandha extract in it, combined with CO2 ginger extract and theobromine with CBD and CBG, which is another cannabinoid which potentiates CBD and the other ones, all together under $60. Use code CBD, save an additional 20% off. Like, these are unbeatable deals. Like, they really are unbeatable deals. And here's the thing. With the prices the way they are now, with stuff just all around, you could either DoorDash a meal for 1.5 people. You get like 2 entrees and a drink and a side, or you could get a product that literally will improve your life for months or even 2 months. You know, you could use a half dropper of this stuff a day for 30 days, and then you still have another month left. And that's still 3 milligrams of melatonin, 25 milligrams of full spectrum CBD, and then of course the blue chamomile CO2 extracted from Germany. Everything here is highest quality. And the thing is, when you take this stuff, you're going to understand, because it's meant for sublingual administration. That's why it tastes so good. So when you take the Dreamwave PM, I would advise after you brush your teeth, after you washed your mouth out, what you're going to go ahead and do is you're going to go ahead and put, a half dropper, a few drops, a whole dropper under your tongue, and then just go lie down in bed, have a little bit more water. It's going to taste like you just drank a giant cup of your grandma's favorite tea that she used to make for you when you were a kid because of the chamomile. It's even better. It's called blue chamomile. It's from Germany, but it literally has like a blueberry muffin taste. It's what my roommate says. Totally agree with him. Definitely check out Jones CBD and check out 50percentoff.com on 50percentoff.com. I don't just have the supplements. I also have the classic Brain Force. When this is gone, it's truly gone. I have the last stock ever remaining. If you want this, you can go to 50percentoff.com and get Brain Force. But I've also got, classic toothpaste formulations, fluoride-free toothpaste. Everybody needs to brush their teeth, right? Why not get your toothpaste from me? Super Blue Peppermint Non-Fluoride Toothpaste with iodine. I'm going to work on getting more discount codes for you guys. But if you want to go ahead and check out these products, these supplements, these oral care products, skincare products, everything, got a lot of amazing stuff to check out at 50percentoff.com and jonescbd.com. Really appreciate y'all letting me plug. It's an honor to get to provide these products for you. And here's the thing. What I sell works 100%. And if it doesn't, message me, let me know. I'll get you a refund. But needs to come from a genuine place of saying, hey, I took this product, it didn't help me sleep. I was expecting it to do more. I haven't received a single one of those reports. Everyone says Dreamwave is amazing. Everyone says Ultra Green is amazing. Everyone says Ultra Chill is amazing. And that's because I only want to sell top quality stuff, because I wouldn't feel good doing anything otherwise, right? So if you want the absolute top formulas, top quality on the market, highly suggest, again, just going to throw it up one more time, jonescbd.com and then 50percentoff.com. Look, my kid loves the bubblegum flavor. I mean, these are classic, and we're going to do, it's cheaper. You get a discount on it as well. Super Blue 2.0 bubblegum non-fluoride toothpaste with iodine. Got that available on 50percentoff.com. Awesome. Someone's saying they got the tallow. Yeah, absolutely. Get a subscription so you don't have to worry about getting your product every month. That would be a huge help. If I got 100 people to do that, that would be just incredible. That would just be incredible. I would be all around the country doing investigative journalism, doing reports, doing all of it. It's really up to people how much they want to support the show. But even if it's just reposting, sharing, that means a lot too. And I really appreciate it. So I just want to thank everybody again. And I don't want to be ungrateful to everybody or anybody who's bought the products. You really do empower me to do the show and stay on air. Got a classic blow up here. The Chad versus the Chud. Of course, a tale as old as time. Meet Achilles, meet Hector. Meet Perseus, meet the Gorgon, Oh man, it was such a better time back in 2016. Like I was probably like 14 at the time that this is happening. I'm probably in the warehouse picking and packing boxes. This is the summer, I believe. Wow. What a time. What a time, man. Go ahead and play this. This is a classic. If you haven't seen this, I'm honored. And this is the type of thing, Austin, if you're watching this is the type of thing that's going to be in our intros.
Saudi Arabians are funding enough, your little jihad?
Hey, first of all, let me explain something, all right? Okay, this is bullshit.
Okay, hold on. We're against Saudi Arabia, you dumbass! We talk about that all the time! Oh, really? We talk about that all the time! You don't know shit! What do you think, the lizard people are in charge? No. Is that what you think? Hey, you're pissed. Is that what you think? You're the anti-liberal and you're pissed. Bullshit! We're being nice here. I care about the American people. You're the one flipping out. Anybody heard of me? I'm not calling. Everybody get the fuck off my stage! Get the fuck off my stage!
And look at Jimmy Dore getting the spit shot in. And that's real low to just spit on a guy. Wow. And look how times have changed. They're friends now, or at least, positive towards each other. And they're both doing really good independent media work. People say that this looks staged or whatever. You have to understand, this is at the RNC. It's a giant convention center. They're all on the floor, basically like with their media setup, doing their shows next to each other. So my dad's walking around, and this isn't even the full clip. What makes Cenk Uygur get mad is my dad has a shirt with Bill Clinton on it that says rape. And then he unfurls the shirt, and Cenk just loses his mind. But absolutely classic InfoWars lore, InfoWars history. I'm going to add Anthony Graffio to the stage. How are you doing?
What's up, bro? How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. What's up with the Shopify bag? Is that what that is?
Yeah, this is it's our 10,000 orders. We got a plaque from Shopify.
Nice. So, they never sent me a plaque for 50percentoff.com. That's messed up. They just start doing that?
We got it last year.
Damn, I definitely have that on 50percentoff.com. I want one. I'm mad.
You gotta hit him up, bro.
I'm upset now. I will actually. I'm gonna send him an email.
Collect your treasure.
But tell me about this hantavirus.
Man, it's looking like they're trying to do COVID 2.0 on us. So first off, like where it comes from is this this fake ass like trip that these people went on to the end of the world, it's called, in Argentina. And it's basically where Argentina and Antarctica meet. And they go for this exploration. And right now, the narrative is that this couple that was on the cruise ship, check this out. They went to go and look at the landfill. Okay. Like who goes on a vacation and is like, you know what? We got to go check out the landfill. I heard the dump here is absolutely beautiful. So they went to the landfill and I guess they sniffed rat droppings because it comes from rat droppings, and it started to spread on the ship. And if you watch the video of like the captain coming out and like saying like, oh, we have an outbreak on here, like it all just seems very fake. But then you find out like yesterday, somebody in Israel already had it prior to even this cruise ship happening.
Really?
And you also have to think about it. Where did I say it came from this time around? Argentina.
Ooh, right.
And what do we know about Argentina, bro?
They got the colony.
What do we know about Argentina, bro? What just happened over there with their water supply, and
wow,
who's heavily involved over there right now?
Yeah, it seems like some nasty behavior is probably going on. And here's the thing: is like none of this shit. When this happens, you have to like immediately recognize it as like a coordinated operation, because this isn't happening in isolation. Like this is another one of many black swan events that have hit, just like the global society and markets. So like now people are reeling from this just because of the PTSD of COVID. I think it's going to be a big nothing burger personally. That's why I'm just like, it is what it is. But I mean, Trump is the COVID president. So maybe it's time for COVID 2.0. What's going on? All right. I think he's going to rejoin me. Yeah, I just think it's a nothing burger, to be honest. And it's just like there's too much to care about. And like my priority is the war, the death, the genocide, the economic collapse, the global famine that's going to come from not having the fertilizer, not having the diesel. And when they start talking about aliens and the hantavirus and this, that, I'm just like, okay. Because I remember being in the office in 2021 or 2020 or whenever COVID was initially happening, and they had like Corona-chan, like there was like a 4chan thing of like, like Asian, like Japanese, like anime girl or whatever, like as the coronavirus. And it's like they put that on the fridge and they're like, ha, isn't that funny? And like a month later, it's like, we got to get rid of that thing. Like that's, I don't know. This doesn't have the same energy to me. So we'll see what happens. Anthony rejoining us now. What happened?
No, my camera, like it like flipped from webcam mode. So it like froze. So I had to StreamYard does this to me a lot where it like will actually like flip my camera somehow. It's the weirdest thing, bro. StreamYard does a lot of weird shit to me. I don't know about you. That's why I started using Riverside, but even that, like, they're all just kind of sucky. So
I don't have problems with it really. But so I titled the stream Geopolitics plus special guest. So did you hear today about reportedly the Iranian strikes on the US vessels?
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I think that we're going to go back to war because, well, actually Trump said, even though that they hit our ships or whatever, and then they started hitting them back, Trump said that there's still a ceasefire right now. So, but it came out that Israel has a 24-hour plan, basically, that if things aren't handled in 24 hours, then they're going to force Trump basically to bomb all the energy infrastructure in all of Iran.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he just, what did he threaten him with? It's just, you lose track of all the threats. I'm going to go back to my feed. I'm going to try to find it.
Yeah.
What did he say this time? It was something crazy. This is something. Yeah, he said Trump is bored with the war.
Yeah,
he's bored.
He said the thing that he said that was like insane was like if they don't make a deal, then you're just gonna see one big glow.
All right, all right. If you want to kill the planet, I guess you're the president. So,
yeah, but yeah, Israel. So Israel has this.
I've always been a fan of lights. I've been a fan of big, beautiful lights as long as I've been alive. And let me tell you, they tell me there's nothing like atomic hellfire to really brighten the country, brighten their day. Good grief.
Oh man, you remember what he was saying? Like the N word. You just don't want to hear the N word. And I don't mean that one. I mean nuclear. Yeah, like he's been hinting at this for a while now to us. You know, he talked about his uncle.
I think that what happened was General Kane. This has been talked about when Trump is like, "I want to go nuclear. Show me the attack plans for us going nuclear," and he was like, "I will resign if you do this."
Yeah,
now, I do think that there is pushback within our military. You know,
I agree.
On matters like this because imagine what it's like when you have like an insane lunatic that's the commander in chief. And then you're actually a military professional.
And even more to think about, you know, Pete Hegseth. He's another huge problem because he listens to Trump. He's like all in with it with Trump, you know. He's all about the third temple. He's all about that shit. So he's game for anything. And that's why he fired so many generals and so many people like in the Army and the Navy because they were probably giving pushback. Like, no, I don't think it's a good idea to blockade the blockade. That's probably going to do something to create an energy crisis. So it's like, you know.
No, 100%. What did you think about this? Because like obviously, like we're in retail, we're small business people. What like we sell products, physical goods. What do you think of this? And they want to tell you not to be mad.
Oh, what does it say? Credit? I can't really see.
No, U.S. consumer sentiment, like how people feel about buying shit.
Well, I mean, I just saw it on Tucker Carlson. He was talking about it with Thomas Massey. It's like every single person basically in our country right now is living off of credit. Like, so they talk about extra income. They're in debt. They're getting deeper in debt because they don't have the money. Both parents are working jobs. The kids are like by themselves. Like this is the Yuri Bezmenov like wet dream, you know, of saying how to collapse a society. We're living in that right now. We're living in a society.
That's exactly what it is. It's demoralization. 100%. That's what we're up against. I'm going to play this because we're talking about it. I am so sick of him.
Me too, brother.
President, after these strikes, is the ceasefire with Iran still on?
Yeah, it is. It's they trifled with us today.
It's not cute. It's not cute. None of this is cute. None of it's cute and cuddly. It's not something to make jokes about. You're not a serious military leader. You're a fucking clown.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I don't like this. Like the language, though, and we're going to cut back to it, but the language of like, it's an excursion. We took a little detour. You know, there are casualties, but that often happens at war. So what is it? Is it a war or is it a detour? Is it an excursion? They trifled with us. No, they launched missiles and drones at us trying to kill Americans. Okay. Yeah. And that's a situation that you put the Americans into. Like they'll zoom in on one portion of them. They'll go, look, Iran is attacking Americans. We have to attack Iran. Why are 13 million? Wow, it's weird. Iran put their country around our military bases. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, and right there, he's standing next to all these like workers, these blue collar workers, and he's like forcing them to like, Iran shouldn't have a nuke, right? And they're like, oh yeah, they shouldn't have a nuke. He's like, I'm doing the right thing, right? You have to find it. It's hilarious.
Just no, I'm gonna look up the one with him with the little kids.
With the soccer.
Did you see that?
Yeah, with RFK. It's just getting crazy, man.
Well, he's like, they're bad over there. They want to kill you. They want to kill you dead, little children. They want to murder your ass. And I'm the only one that's here to save you. Like, it's so insane. Imagine being like 8 and the president's like, you know, they really want to butcher you over there. They want to cut your throat out. So you better have your parents vote for me. Like, truly insane.
It's
truly
sick,
it's beyond parody, Anthony.
I agree.
I'm going to play the rest of it.
We blew him away. They trifled. I call that a trifle. I'll let you know when there's no cease. You won't have to know. If there's no ceasefire, you're not going to have to know. You're just going to have to look at what.
That's right. Live in fear that the imminent collapse further of the world economy is going to happen. Because trust me, I'm going to handle it. I'm 80 years old.
Watch what he says here, dude. It's hilarious.
You know, I shit my pants half the time. I do it twice to 3 times a day. They say, Donald, no one's ever shit their pants as much as you have. No one's done it like you have. No one's done it this way before. And I say it's true. Whatever I do, it's going to be the biggest and the best. Good grief.
Oh, man.
Big glow coming out of Iran.
And you can look at him clench his face, like he's trying to be tough. You can see so much from people's body language. Watch him here.
He's trying to mew.
Yeah, he's mewing. Yes.
One big glow coming out of Iran, and they better sign their agreement fast.
Look at that, he's mewing.
Yeah, he is. Turn to the Chad
Chad face.
Looks
He's doing stank face.
Can you give us an update on what is the latest in those talks?
No, the talks are going very well, but they have to understand if it doesn't get signed, they're going to have a lot of pain. They're going to have a lot of pain. They want to sign it. I will tell you.
What about us in the pain that we are in? Is that all irrelevant? You know, short-term pain for long-term gain. Where the fuck have we heard that before?
Yeah, we're all hurting bad right now, man.
Yeah, 2 weeks, right? Just like
Dude,
COVID.
Crazy. I mean, you want to talk about small business and how we're being affected. We made $27 today. People don't have it. And I'm not mad at people that they don't have it. I feel horrible that we're all in this position right now. It's seriously,
we're
all fucked.
Dude, I haven't paid my rent yet for my warehouse this month. I paid Trish. I paid my payroll, but I can't afford it. And I got my payout on Twitter, and it was for $300. And I was like, what the hell?
No way.
It was crazy because I was really counting on that, But here's the thing, if you guys want to make it so I can continue my operations, go to 50percentoff.com, go to jonescbd.com, and literally just support the hell out of those 2 stores. Seriously. That's the thing is I'm starting the Patreon. I'm going to do even more daily streams, even more lives. That's why I wasn't live this morning, recalibrating, fixing everything. It is hard out here. And that's why I want to give you guys really good news coverage. And that's why I want to have the best guests on. That's why I want to do the best shows. It's survival for me at this point. If I don't deliver you guys the best product, best thing that's around, best thing that's available, why would you support the show? But I think that's really what we do here. And I think that we give that perspective, whereas someone like a Quartering or Andrew Wilson, I mean, they're societal lapdogs. They have all this money and they have all this, just social media fake bucks, right? Well, we're real, we're working, we're in the environment, we're making stuff, we're shipping stuff out. And there's a reason why we're the ones that are upset and they're all fat and happy, because the economy and society at large doesn't affect them, Anthony.
Yeah, well, they're going to be in a bad predicament soon too, bro, because when people can't survive and they really start to get hungry, the ski masks come out. Just people start to hit licks, man. People start to get real dangerous at those times.
No, we're already approaching that point. People are really agitated. People are so angry talking to each other at the pump. It's nutty. I don't remember that from COVID. I don't remember that at all. People are pissed.
Well, I think it's go back to demoralization. It's they've been being demoralized since 2020 now. And they thought Trump was going to be the one that would fix it. And they're seeing that he's the exact same, except for the people that are just living in absolute delusion. But just the normal, everyday, blue collar family, white collar family, even, they're seeing the brunt of it now. And they're like, this is not what I voted for. This is not what was told. And, unless you're an actual retarded person that believes that we have to go and start a war with Iran because they're going to bomb us. If you actually believe that, and you're just a fearful pussy, sure, maybe you can write it off as it's all good. We're supposed to be doing this. But the regular people that have families, the people that need to work 2 jobs, the people that can't afford groceries, can't afford rent, they're getting fucking pissed off, man.
Yeah. No, I'm angry. I'm really upset, because the thing is it's the American dream, man. You're supposed to actually be able to succeed here. And the bills doubling over 5 years for everything is completely unacceptable. And it started under Trump. It continued under Biden. It's continued under Trump. It's just the system.
And this is not sorry, this is not to be like hyper or like say some racist shit or anything, but like it should really piss people off that like these H-1B visas kids are coming in, Indians, Chinese people, and they're rising up in tech jobs and driving Lamborghinis to the domain and shit at like 23 years old. And the American class is being shafted completely. And Trump wants to bring in 600,000 Chinese students. And I'm not a racist person. You know what I'm saying? Like, this has nothing to do with the race thing.
It's not racist at all. It's nationalistic, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There are white and black and brown Americans that deserve those jobs, and they're not getting them. That's a big problem. That's a big problem for this country. And the thing is, it really is. It's so fucked up the way they sell things. America first meant America last. That's truly what it meant. And we see that now. And you have to think about that. I know, you're always like, I woke up from QAnon and that was a crazy thing. And it's kind of weird to have believed in that. I feel weirder believing in Trump, just the generic flavor of like rock, flag, and eagle, like Charlie says from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's Donald Trump support. Like he wants to blow up the rock. He wants to kill the eagle. He wants to burn the flag. Like that's what Trump stands for.
Yeah. No, I mean, with the Q thing, it's like I thought he was going to be some superhero, but yeah, I guess MAGA, they feel the same way though. It coincides, and you see a lot of people. Thing.
It really is the same thing. It is because belief in Trump is insane. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting a different result, and that's literally what Donald Trump is.
And in the top hour, I was listening, and you were making great points about like how, we gave Trump the excuse of he didn't know this guy. He was new to Washington. He had no idea that Bolton was going to be this way, or Paul Ryan, or whoever, right? Like we made these excuses, but now we're even in deeper waters, and he's around worse people. He's around Howard Lutnick. He's around people that are literally robbing the American people.
Epstein's homies,
pedophiles.
Yeah.
Jewish
and then they'll say, oh, no. You have no evidence for any pedophilia because all the names are redacted and there was never a crime. Shut up. And then I'm Michael Tracy. I'm smart. There are 3 million pages that aren't released. All the pages we get are blacked out, but there's no crime ever. It's so crazy for these people. I heard Andrew Wilson say it in his debate with Owen. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence.
Yeah.
Or whatever the phrase. It's from Boondocks. It's an older line than that as well. But like you're literally, it's like I have this piece of paper and I have things written on it, right? I have things written on it, and then I just start to like black them out. And then I'm like, well, as you can see, there's no evidence that anything was ever written on the paper. And it's just like, are we fucking 5 years old? I don't think so. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. But that's the thing is like, in a country where Jeffrey Epstein's friends control the government, of course you're getting satanic evil devil worship.
Yeah, golden statues and all of it. I mean, that's what
I showed that at the beginning. I want to show Trump and the kids really quick.
Show that
because that could be bad, Trump and the kids. But we got that. But we got this, and I'll just go ahead and show it again. And notice the interesting hat choice and the interesting hair choice of the gentleman around the golden calf idol.
Yeah,
very interesting stuff going on here. What is going on here? I think they share an ethno-religion or something. That must be what it is.
And this is confirmation for me, because I've told this story to you. I've told it to many people. But what really woke me up out of like my Trump illusion, out of the magic spell, was the AI video of Gaza.
Trump Gaza.
Yeah, it was the first thing that did it for me. And it's when I saw the golden statue of Trump, I heard God's voice. Like, are you seeing what you're following? And now this is just confirmation for me. It's like, yeah, they are. This is not even AI anymore. They're literally erecting freaking statues, golden statues of Donald Trump with Jews and Zionist Christians blessing it. Like, God showed me that this was going to happen. Like, praise the Lord.
Tomorrow's coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear.
No more tunnels, no more fear. And look at the beginning of this. It's like rubble, people murdered, people dead, what it actually looks like. And then I'm going to play it.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Tomorrow's coming to set you free, bringing the light for all to see. No more tunnels, no more fear. Trump Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright, golden.
That dude had a beard. That
I
was not a
know.
chick.
I know. They literally harem trans people in it too. It's insane. It's insane.
Got Elon Musk eating something. Yeah, it's a beard. It's a dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very
Hey, Trump
telling.
Gaza. A lot of interesting stuff going on in Trump Gaza. That's the new Thailand, I hear.
Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright. Golden future, a brand new life. Feast and dance the beat.
Come on, man. I'm sorry, Ricky. I love you. I don't mean to scare the dog. Dude, come on. Come on, bro. You got a nice ass.
Beat is done. Trump Gaza #1. Trump Gaza shining bright. Golden future.
There it is.
There it is. So the one that he built.
Trump Gaza #1. Trump Gaza shining bright. Golden.
Ended up with his fist in the air, and much the style of like a dictator, like Stalin or something.
Yes,
he's always got or Saddam.
Saddam. Yep. Crazy,
like, you
dude.
build something like that, people are going to tear it down one day.
Of course.
Like they tore down those Confederate statues. I mean, like that thing's going to be gone. So.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look what they do to his Hollywood star. they destroy it every time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they could constantly destroy that thing. Piss on it. Yeah.
Dude, him and Netanyahu in a pool he's drinking a
Blood.
beer.
He doesn't drink though, so it's probably adrenochrome.
It's disgusting. Oh, it's so sick.
Trump Gaza. And look, listen. This is okay. So this is when I saw this, and that's what really set me down the rabbit hole. Start to look into Trump, look into his past, look into all this stuff that I ignored, all the red flags. But look, Anthony Aguilar was just on the other day, and he literally said there's a Trump golf club that they have a plan for to be built in Gaza. He said it. He said he saw it on the wall, that they have all these crazy names for all these things in Gaza. So it's like not a far-fetched thing to believe that this guy's.
And that's not okay. That's not what our military is over there dying for, or it is what our military is over there dying for. Unfortunately, 13 Americans are dead, so Trump can build his golf course, and people like the Quartering and Andrew Wilson tell you that's okay.
So fucked.
So you don't criticize leadership.
It's crazy. Well, we have to beat the libs, man.
The libs are not even a problem. It's the house slaves that are the problem. It's the Quartering Andrew Wilson type.
Well, that's Andrew Wilson's whole argument. We have to beat the left. Well, we have to let them do whatever they want because we have to beat the left. It's like the left's still going to win. Yeah. You're just going to get raped all the way into the midterms. And
we got to pick more cotton we got to pick more cotton over here because they're going to have us pick cotton over there, and they're going to be mean to us. Like that's literally the slavery argument. And I hate to be so brutal, but I have to be because it's true.
Yeah,
it's literally the cracking of the whip is the economic pressure, and you're supposed to not rise up against that, but to submit to it. And then it's literally the slavery analogy because people like the Quartering Andrew Wilson, they're not being whipped as much by master. So they're
making money off of it.
Exactly. That's why they're the field hand. That's right.
Yeah,
they're out there on the horse. Damn, dude. What do you think? What do you think long term for like the media prospects of people like this? I just keep thinking about it.
They're gonna get destroyed. They're gonna get destroyed. I mean, they keep on like. There's this one chick on Instagram that's like begging to be in the Trump administration, and she made some crazy ass post about how it's all our fault. Like we're the people that are running psychological operations. Yeah, it's Toria Brooke. I'll read the actual.
All right, yeah. Just send it to me and we'll read it. Sorry to interrupt your flow there, but
no, you're good. You're good. Hold on, I'll send it to you right now.
Sure. And while we get that queued up, I just want to remind people these are the highest quality CBD products on the planet. This Dreamwave PM, you're not going to find this price point anywhere else for what this does. This isn't just full spectrum CBD. This is German CO2 extracted blue chamomile, contains apigenin, modulates the GABAergic system, combined with 3 to 6 milligrams of melatonin, half dropper, full dropper, combined total bottle, 1,500 milligrams full spectrum CBD, $37.95. Use code CBD to get an additional 20% off. Literally, that beats probably your melatonin price, like, or your sleep supplement price in general. Like, this is absolute. Like, people love this product. And I only have about 1,000 bottles of it left because people love it so much. I've also got the other ones as well. I've got the Ultra Green, which of course is the nano CBD, the water soluble emulsified CBD, gets into all your cells, really powerful for immediate relief. My grandma loves it because unlike the oil-based ones, you don't have to leave it under your tongue. You just put it in some water, some orange juice, and then it starts to work immediately. Then we've got Ultra Chill, which is the formula my dad asked me to create with his 2 favorite ingredients in here, really 3: ginger, CO2 extracted, theobromine, the cacao flavonoid, similar to caffeine, much longer lasting, smoother, less jitters, no jitters, basically. And then 200 milligrams full spectrum ashwagandha combined with CBD plus CBG to modulate the CBD's effects. All that and more, jonescbd.com. Use code CBD to get 20 to 40% off on various items. This is the best deal you're going to find anywhere. No one else is going to be able to compete with this level of quality. And I am not able currently, as it stands, to pay my rent right now. So if you guys want to get the best products in the world, I've got, a few $100s left on postage. I can send them out to you. I've got them in stock. They're available. Give you that 20% discount. Buy this for $30. It's less than $30 with the 20%. No one else is going to give you a deal like that on the market around, period. And if you're drug tested, if you can't afford to take it, I've got Knockout Sleep Support. It's a little bit cheaper. This is a classic tried and true sleep supplement, #1 taken for decades, literally hundreds of thousands of units sold. I'm of the opinion that everybody who tolerates it well should take melatonin for sleep, should take all these other herbs, all these other botanical products for sleep. All that is wrapped up together in one in Knockout Sleep Support. This price has not increased since 2016, and it will not increase so long as I have the ability to keep it there. So if you guys want to get this literally at 20 teens prices, I've got it available for you right now. Knockout Sleep Support, 50% off.com. Everyone needs their toothpaste and toothbrushes. I've got all this stuff right here available. Bundle and save, get free shipping over a certain dollar threshold. 50% off.com, jonescbd.com. And then, of course, Anthony, you've got the Ungovernable Project, which we will plug later. But I will find, did you send it to me?
Yeah, so it's the second one.
I've got it.
So this girl, so I used to be cool with her actually, and like she used to be like part of like the Q stuff, and like then she like fully sold herself out to MAGA, and she's like trying to take Carolyn Levitt's job. She's friends like with House and Habit, like all these shills or whatever. This is what she had to say to the people.
You screenshot it to me. I guess I can show it.
It's in the message. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'll show it.
She has me blocked, but you can probably go to her Instagram, her Twitter, her X. Or just read it. I mean, people don't have to see it. Just read it.
I want to display it. I just don't want to show my chats.
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
1 second. Toria Brooke, and of course, it's probably gonna be just. Will you tweet it really quick?
Yeah,
just tweet it really quick, and I'll just go to your profile.
I got you. Good idea.
I just grabbed my shipment for the mailbox like 30 seconds ago. Shout out. What did you get? You get Jones CBD, Ungovernable, 50% off. We got and that's the thing is literally when you guys order, it goes out basically the same day if you're ordering from me. Like we are on it, like white on rice. And I am set up right now to do a lot of volume and do a lot of great things. We got to get through this tough time period. If I can ask you to reach into your pocket and support me at 50% off for Jones CBD, I'd really appreciate it.
And next month, we're going to be working with Rex. We're going to be in the fulfillment center showing you guys how everything goes down, showing you a lot of content, showing you everything. And you know what? I was just thinking about it. Maybe we should just make a bundle with everything together.
That's a phenomenal idea.
Let's make a big bundle so they can try everything for a good price.
I love it. I love it. We'll do it. We'll hash that out, and I'll be at the market tomorrow. I don't want to broadcast my location any more than that, but I'll be there tomorrow. So,
awesome.
Yeah. All right. Did you post it? Oh, I see it.
I sent it to you.
Man, these people are so psycho. All right. So give the breakdown of who she is again.
Okay, so Toria Brooke, she was like a big QAnon influencer, and then she like started going really deep into like Trump and MAGA, and basically just fully selling out to the empire. She does like she's basically a version of like Cat Turd, but for like young MAGA chicks or whatever. But she has the same.
Dude, imagine that demographic. Holy cursed.
Yeah. Yeah, she's losing so much support, dude. I mean, on Instagram,
from
she's
fat
blocking
women in
people.
Galveston, Texas. Like that's the Go ahead,
Yeah,
go
pretty much. But like she's like, because she did build a following off of people that like believed that Trump was going to drain the swamp and all of this stuff. And like, I guess the illusion's just running out for everybody. So she's just like blocking people left and right. People are ratioing her in the comment section, like, and like this is her answer to like what the issue is at hand. So if you want to read it.
Dropping the hammer in the morning. The anti-MAGA crowd has it so wrong. And see, even tweeting like Trump.
Yeah.
Even copying the dear leader in his enuncia. I hate it. Gravely misled by political tricksters and covert psychological operations. I mean, fucking pot meat kettle. Like,
yeah, right.
It is time for the finest American patriots to rise up and wake up. Does that mean support the government harder? Like bend over harder? Like, wow. Okay. History repeats itself, and sometimes it's been allowed to continue. I want to read it in Trump voice. I almost did it. Like just reflexively.
Literally.
History repeats itself, and sometimes it's been allowed to continue unchecked for decades by some of America's greatest foes, finger pointing and bullshit to detract from the absolute wins of President Trump's second administration. Well, what wins? What are you talking
Where
about?
are the wins? Where are the wins? Are they in the room with us?
The food dye out of the Fruit Loops, and we put real food dye in it. Oh, well, what'd you do about the glyphosate? Oh, he's man, national security. Like Tic Tacs and Chiclets. That's all they got for you. We might even need a few good men or women to clarify these impervious and egregious acts. What? That are tearing apart our beautiful base. It's a different language. It's like retard speak. I can't. It breaks my brain. Can you decipher this a little bit?
So she's basically saying like all the people that are speaking out against MAGA, there's psychological operations, like don't believe what you're seeing in front of you and in your wallet and what's at the gas pump. But like it's actually people like Candace and Tucker that are ruining the MAGA base, and people like me and you and others that are actually just seeing what it is for what it is. You know,
That's funny.
We live in reality.
That would be a good JP Sears sketch. Feeling broke, it's a psyop. Like,
yeah.
My wallet's empty. No. You actually just can't see the dollars.
Yeah.
I go on my bank account, it's empty. No. It's you don't understand. We're doing great. We're winning. And, but I'm in the negative. Like I'm in the red. And they're like, no. It's actually a different color. You can't see right. Like that's
crazy.
And that's the definition of the old idiom, pissing on you and telling you it's raining.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, what do you think? Like, when do we see full-scale societal rejection of that, even on the right? When do we see that? When do we see people? Do we ever see people? In like deep red rural areas take the Trump signs down? I think so.
I'm pretty sure that's been like brewing up now. I see a lot of people just from like my own social media that everybody's against Trump now. His base is super duper small. It's only the illusion of people, and most of them are influencers that are making money, or Jews. Like you said before, the people that were at the golden statue reveal that they're all happy and going crazy because they're the ones that are surviving in this. The regular person isn't surviving in this.
Yeah, nobody's able to survive under these conditions, and like
that you on I think it was Gunther Eagleman or it was Benny Johnson or somebody you commented under one of their things. They posted like Oliver Anthony and it was like, it said something about like, oh, that he was so right. We're winning or whatever. And you're like, where is he right?
Yeah. Let me find that post.
Yeah.
That's a great one to pull up. You're 100% right.
I was cracking up when I read that, dude. I was like, these people are out of touch, man. Completely
You're out of touch. I'm out of touch, but I'm out of my time when you're not around. Yeah,
that's
dude.
their song. That's their song for sure.
Yeah, and he's like, the song came true. I can't believe it. We beat them. Who did we beat? The Palestinians? Yeah, we killed them. Like that's what you're celebrating. Like that's literally the only thing that we've technically succeeded at is like turning a place into a parking lot. We beat them. This is the anthem. Crank it to 11. All the rich men north of Richmond are getting richer.
They're still getting rich.
Let's listen to the song. Let's listen to the song. Let's tell me when you want to pause it. Let's find moments here that are relevant to what's happening right now.
Yeah.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours. Bullshit pay so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me. people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men.
Honestly, it hits harder now.
Absolutely.
I feel like crying right now because of it. Like, but with Biden, it was like just like
think about it from the context of like this is pre the wars, man. And like think about everything that's going on right now. Think about your dollar ain't worth shit.
dude,
It's
this
worth
hits
less
way
than shit
harder.
now. I mean, you can sell manure, you can't sell the dollar. Like it's crazy, man.
Oof. Yeah, this hits a lot harder now.
I want to play it. I want to get your reaction.
I wish politicians look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men north of Richmond.
Yeah, this hits way harder now. Way harder. I got goosebumps all over me, especially when it says they want to know what you think. That's Palantir. We didn't have really Palantir going on.
Absolutely. And like just touching on the data centers, I think that the hour that Mark Dice did with not Mark Dice, Mike Adams, I always get the two mixed up. Mike Adams went on the Alex Jones show and broke down these data centers. They're not for large language models. They're not for storage. It's not the purpose. They're going to run infinite simulated worlds, universes in them. They're going to create like superior entities from a lower dimension. They're going to bring them into our plane. It's literally Satanism.
Yeah, it's CERN.
They're summoning demons.
Yeah, it's
what it
miniature
is.
CERNs all over the place. Like,
and
that's
then
what CERN is.
Not only are they summoning demons, but you have to pay for them to summon the demons. That's where your taxes go, is for them to summon the demons. You subsidize it. You pay for the electricity, the water, all of it. You get less, they get more. Notice how the climate narrative is gone. There is no talk about the climate because the data center requires 10 times the power of all humans on Earth.
Yeah, we're going to be replaced with robots real soon. Real soon.
I have faith. I think we're going to be able to stop a lot of it because people are like, they're already rejecting it, man. It's too much too soon. I really think that they bit off more than they could chew. There are too many people that remember the old world, remember how things used to be. There are too many people riding around right now in, different brand cars. They're actually driving the vehicles. I don't think people are going to give all that up. So
I pray.
We're going to see. It's going to be a real test for our society. But Benny Johnson saying this song came true. I can't believe it. We beat them. Man, damn right. We can't believe it.
Yeah, it hits way harder now, especially talking about the miners and worried about the island. Like, I mean, yeah, Biden and all them are pedos as well. We're not going to take that away. But like Donald Trump literally said he was going to expose the Epstein files and show everybody the truth.
His friends will get hurt. So he's friends with pedophiles.
Yeah, man. So
at a bare minimum. It's unbelievable. And we all know what's really going on. Sean Strickland's out of his fight against Hamza due to food poisoning.
No, I wouldn't believe that. I saw that.
Yeah, that's somebody engagement farming. They got me for a second.
No. We ain't missing that one.
Bro. All right, a little bit of lighter side. What do you think's going to happen there? I just think he's going to get destroyed.
I agree.
I kind of
Hamzat's just
want to
gonna.
fix my financial situation over the weekend. I kind of really want to take him and Buckley in a parlay.
That would not be a bad parlay.
Dude, I mean, Buckley fought Usman, he fought Covington, two very high level wrestlers. He's fighting Brady now. It's the same kind of phenotype, been on the mat for like a year trying to beat that archetype of person. I see that as a dub. I see Brady getting slimed out. He doesn't have the chin for it.
Yeah, he got power, Buckley, dude. He got power in his hands, bro.
Huge power. I'm a huge Joaquin Buckley fan.
So am I.
I really enjoy his career, but I think he's going to win. I think Hamzat's going to dominate. Any other fights this weekend interested in?
We got Tai Satora or whatever, the Japanese.
Oh yeah,
guy.
Kaya Sakura versus Joshua Van.
Yeah, and Van, like, he basically got that belt handed to him, you know, because
Pantoja shredded his knee or something happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he couldn't even walk.
And that sucks because like Pantoja's an animal.
Pantoja destroyed Van.
Pantoja's a beast. So we're gonna see, but he's I think he's the youngest now ever. I think he beat John Jones for the record. Joshua Van.
Yeah. I was talking to Sean Johnson about the White House card, and he was saying, like, if you're gonna put money on anybody that you could make a big payday off of, is Justin Gaethje, because he's such the underdog, but he still could possibly knock out Topuria.
I don't know. I've seen Ilya murder too.
No, he's amazing, bro. I'm not taking that away, but I mean, Gaethje, like,
watch him kill Charles together.
Yes.
Yeah. Did we watch that?
Yeah, it was depressing.
Yeah, but hey, like, it's a lighter man skill thing, you know. Like I truly do believe in that. Like when you come up from like 145 and everyone's just so much faster and they have that better cardio because they're not carrying as much weight. You just see the 155 guys are just slower than Topuria. So like, that'll be an interesting thing to see. I mean, there's definitely levels to it because, you know, Gaethje fraud checked Patty really bad.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I
had a lot for Patty, though. I like Patty a lot. So
I like Patty too. I think he's great, but it's a different thing to be top 5 at lightweight. That's a premier weight class.
No, I totally agree. But yeah, I mean, tomorrow I definitely got Hamzat. I got Asakura. I think Volkov's fighting Waldo.
Volkov's a beast. I think who's he fighting?
Waldo Ortiz. Ortiz.
Fighting Where's Waldo? Oh,
yeah. It's gonna be a banger.
I love Where's Waldo though. That's going to be difficult for me because I like Volkov too, and he was very clearly robbed against Cyril Gane.
Yeah,
very clearly robbed. But let's get back into the news here because Chris Hansen did a sting and he got one of Netanyahu's security.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't see
Go
this.
ahead and watch a little bit of this.
We're involved in security for the Israeli president, Netanyahu. Did you meet the Israeli leader?
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions so I can speak to an attorney.
You sent photos of your penis erect? You told the boy you ruined your shorts.
Wow.
This is Chris Hansen, classic of, To Catch a Predator fame, back to his old tricks and catching Benjamin Netanyahu's personal security guard. Let's watch.
We're involved in security for the Israeli president, Netanyahu. Did you meet the Israeli leader?
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions so I can speak to an attorney.
You sent photos of your penis erect? You told the boy you ruined your shorts, meaning you ejaculated while you were talking to him. You asked for explicit pictures of him. You say the age of consent in Maryland is 16. This boy is 15. You knew this was illegal. And you had multiple chances to not commit this crime, but you did anyway. Which makes me wonder how many times you've gotten away with it before. Do you have CSAM on your phone?
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions so I can speak to an attorney.
You talk about being busy in training. The boy says his parents will be out of town at a work conference. How long was your drive over here today from your home in Maryland?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions so I speak to an attorney.
You talked about taking him out after getting to know him for cheesesteaks. And if it goes well, you say, you'll meet the monster at the end of the happy trail. Just tell me what you meant by that.
I'm sorry, I'm not answering any questions so I can speak to an attorney.
You feel pretty?
Yeah, he should be executed.
It's crazy. Cheesesteaks? Is that the
monster at the end of the happy trail? How about Deep Ocean and Cinder Block? Maybe that's a better idea.
Millstone
Dude,
on the neck. Wow.
Dude.
So wait, he's Netanyahu's security, but he lives in
Apparently,
America?
he worked for Netanyahu at one point on his personal detail.
Wow. Is he Israeli though, or he lives in America?
I don't know. Who knows? We don't know a lot about him, but I don't think Chris Hansen would put this out if it's not true.
No, I believe it. It's just insane.
Yeah, we've had enough of that. It's too disgusting.
I mean, there's so many stories of that though. Like these Israelis, they have the most pedophiles, and they give them like freedom when they come over there. Look at the one guy that was caught over here in Vegas recently. He was head of the cybersecurity for the Israeli government, and they sent him back to Israel, and he's free.
Yeah, and that was the thing as to like that came up in Andrew and Owen's debate as well. And Owen was like, yeah, well, like he realized it's like an escape hatch for like PDF files, and they go over there after they commit crimes. And he's like, actually, if I'm most charitable to your worldview, I can find 200 cases. And while that's disturbing, I think the whole nation of Iran is pedophiles, and that makes it worse. Okay, well, one of these nations is our ally. Another one is not. So what does that say about us, MIGA? Like, seriously.
Yeah,
it's
we're supporting pedophilia. We're protecting pedophilia.
Well, I want to go ahead. I want to show this. This will be the last thing I show before we do a little ad break here. And I want you to plug Ungovernable and tell people about the tallow and whatnot. Cool. But so this is why, and I said this earlier. I'll come back to myself real quick. I said this earlier on the broadcast for those in the third hour, or the first hour, and a lot of y'all are joining now or joined the last 30 minutes or so. So you missed it. I made the point of InfoWars was always like a hermit operation because we knew what our mission was, trying to achieve that mission, empower humanity. And it's not a grift. You're not going there to schmooze. It's not a cult of personality. It's not a thing as we're like, oh, we're trying to be in the in club. We're trying to be the cool people. We're the cool people because we're not the cool people. That we're regular people. We're normal people. And that's what makes you cool. And that's why all of you out there listening to the show right now, that's why you're a million times cooler than any talking head you're going to see on the internet. Is because you're a genuine person. A lot of these people are just projecting. But I don't know what to make heads or tails out of this. Jake Shields, like you could agree, disagree with what he says, his political positions, his takes. He is a genuine guy. Yeah. And I know this now because now I know Brother Jake, and Brother Jake is my friend. And like we've had like reconciliation. We've talked about things. We were beefing for a little bit on the internet, but he's it's like saying like, yeah, it may not be entirely correct, but he's got the spirit. Like he's just trying to find the truth.
He means well. He
means well. Exactly. I totally agree. Means well. And this is what they're saying. So they're saying Nick Fuentes said this. Someone else said this as well, that Dan Bilzerian tried to get them to put their phone in the other room and then talked about, I'm not advocating for this. I'm just repeating what was said online. Just a little disclaimer, advocating for like attacking political officials, targeting them, whatever. And then like Dan Bilzerian said, it's a lie. Fuentes says it's a lie. And Jake Shields says in response to this, and I'll read the Fuentes thing first. This is Fuentes saying it. The first time I met Dan Bilzerian at his house, he had us put our phones in another room, then asked me how difficult it would be to blank Israeli government ministers. Then he invited me to Dubai and Qatar, which I declined. On his way there, he was ambushed by the FBI. And then we've got this guy.
I grew up with him.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Jersey.
What is going on with him? Because he flipped his whole script.
Yeah, he used to be like super duper like against the Jews, and like he got canceled. Bro, they literally called like they swatted him like 10 times, had him like come out of his house with his hands up because the like Israelis kept on calling the cops on him and stuff. Lucas is a good guy. I don't know. He's had this whole entire flip now where he's like he's going on like pro Israeli shows, and he's like tired of the goyim or something. He's saying, I don't know. I went to clubs with him. I like know him personally, but who knows, man? Anybody could be bought, I guess.
Yeah, brain transplant is what it is. But this is Jake Shields. He says, this is insane to flat out lie. Earlier today, I was still trying to kill the divide with Nick and Dan, but now it seems clear they're both feds. Uh-oh. I had tremendous respect for Nick, even when we thought, but seeing him make such an outrageous claim makes me wonder who is paying him.
Yeah, I mean, we throw it. We throw around this Fed word, this shill word. I just feel like way too much.
I
You
agree.
know, it's like,
How about this? People are petty and arrogant.
yeah,
And I would never attribute to malevolence what can first be attributed to like ignorance or
ego,
stupidity.
just ego, dude.
Yeah.
More than anything.
It's literally everyone. Here's what it is, and it's super gay. And I saw a lot of it at America First United. Everyone wants to be the superstar. Everyone wants to be the next Fuentes or like Fuentes' little like minion or whatever.
Yeah.
And like that's what America First meant. I thought America First actually meant America First and not Nick Fuentes. And I like Nick Fuentes. I got nothing against Nick Fuentes. But when I went to that event, I was like, great, we're putting America First, left and right come together. We're anti-war. Turns out it's just like, well, who's the substitute for NJF when he's not here?
Yeah, it's like a Groyper convention, basically.
Not even.
No?
Groypers would have been cooler. This was like schmoozers. A lot of schmoozers.
Got you.
Yeah, a lot of people going around calling themselves titles.
Okay, I got you.
I'm such and such. I'm so and so, and it's just like, okay,
it's a grooming event. That's what it sounds like. But yeah, I agree. I mean, like, this shouldn't be about clout. This shouldn't be about like trying to be seen or trying to be a movie star or anything like this. Like, I've been talking about this stuff when I was called crazy by everybody. You know, like this is a passion. I'm sure you knows that more than anybody, being connected to Alex and being his son. Like, you were probably called crazy your whole life and the crazy kid. Like, so this is not like something that's like we do it because like we want to be movie stars. We do it because we actually have righteous.
You're compelled to. We have to do it. I mean, and that's the thing is like this is the house the people built. Everything in this room is in this room because people wanted to buy supplements from me. Like that's the reality. That's why I was able to have these tripods, to have these lights, to have the switcher, to have the equipment. So like that, and that's what's important to realize about the show that me and Anthony do. And I want to lead into the plug here. I want you to plug Ungovernable. I'm about to show it up, but all these other people that do these shows for you guys, not all of them, but a lot of them, right? The people, especially with the giant inflated bot numbers and the huge accounts and all of it, what that is they've decided to opt into the racket. And what the racket is, well, if you're a good enough mouthpiece, empty suit for the system, we give you your affiliate code to read for your greens powder, or your mushroom coffee, or whatever it's going to be. We give you, your 10 grand a month, your 12 grand a month, whatever the 30 pieces of silver equivalent is for you. We give you that. And then you push our message. And it's so easy. You don't have to do anything but talk and just say what we want you to say. We got a whole team of people to edit and manage and do everything around you. That's why we refuse that model. We empower ourselves by being our own boss 100%, and really not even our own boss. You guys, the viewers, the listeners, the supporters that buy the product, by doing that, you're informing us that what we're doing is on the right track. That's what it is. And that's what keeps us, among many things, also just being loyal to the truth in Jesus Christ, loyal to you. Right, is because you can understand, like you see an upgrade in here, you see us go on a trip, you see us do journalism, you understand the funding for that came from you. And that's what makes this all so beautiful. And that's what the InfoWars model was. And that's why they had to shut InfoWars down. You look at a Gawker, look at a Vice, look at a Young Turks. Literally, in totality, they've received billions of dollars worth of bailouts because no one wants to consume their media. They call it content because they're children. But no one wants to consume their media, right? Us, that's never been a problem. We're always going to have a crowd because we're just like you, right? And these people, they're not literally, maybe they are literally, who knows? Lizard people. Like they're literally like they're reptilian. It's not human at all. So go ahead and tell them about what you do as a small businessman, what people are supporting when they support Ungovernable, and what they're doing for their own health, their own empowerment.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's never about being rich for me. You know what I mean? For me or Emily, like we just want to give a really amazing product to people. Like we want this to be a representation of who we are. Like we want actual positive results to come from all of our product, whether it's our cooking tallow that will help you lose fat, because this is better for you to cook for. It's high in CLA. It has a smoke point of 450 degrees. So that means you can fry in it without losing its nutritional profile. If it's not using the deodorant, that's putting real ingredients into your skin, actually helping to fight against odor and fight against sweat, but not using things like baking soda, aluminum, parabens, things that give you cancer. All of our skin products we make with our real raw ingredients with 100% grass-fed pasture-raised tallow.
This stuff is so amazing because like the key thing about the skincare products is I took a shower at like, I want to say like probably around like 2 12:50 or like 3 p.m. today. And like 20 minutes after I'm done taking a shower, like after I'm fully dried out, after I don't have any oil on top of my skin, but also don't have any water, I put the Wiseman's Gift on, and I'm scraping the bottom of it. I barely have any left in the thing. I got to get more from you tomorrow.
I got you
at the market.
No
And
question.
I just have enough maybe to be like whatever the smaller one is, teaspoon, tablespoon. I think it's a teaspoon. And I put it all over my face, and within, like 30 to 45 minutes, it's gone. But then you smell like frankincense and myrrh your whole body. And that's because it gets in and you use the whole ingredient, not an essential oil. I swear, like essential oils, like you have to distill so much raw ingredient to make that stuff. It's really not good. It's not respectful to the plant that you're using. Go ahead and talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, monocropping. It takes like thousands and thousands. Like, let's say you want to make something with rose, like you want to rose essential oils. It's gonna make like 1,000 different roses to just make that one essential oil. And a lot of essential oils they actually cut as well. So what we believe in is just putting the whole ingredient. So like we actually take real frankincense sap, real myrrh, real castor oil, put it all together, and that's how we make these amazing products. But yeah, I mean, that's the most important thing for us is like making sure that our product gives results, gives people healing. Like when we hear stories of like, my husband had his hands so chapped from working and he used your tallow and his hands are soft now, or my baby had such bad diaper rash or eczema all over them. And this is, the sun gazer. This is like for summertime. Don't put cancerous products on your body. Okay. The whole entire thing with skin cancer, melanoma, that doesn't come from the sun. It comes from putting these toxic products on our body. And then we blame the sun for it. This is made with tallow, non-nano zinc oxide, cocoa butter, and real coconut pieces. Okay. It has an SPF of 25 and it smells incredible, and it will give you a nice tan as well because the cocoa butter will set in the tan.
And it's going to nourish your skin on top of it.
Exactly. You could actually use this as a daily moisturizer as well.
And the thing is like people, it's like corporate goo, like whether it's Aveda or CeraVe or whatever it is, you put this stuff on your skin and you can very clearly tell. And I know it's amazing for cooking. Everyone needs to cook. Primarily, if you're going to try anything, try like My First Carnivore or something like that. Not telling you what to get, but the skincare, like everyone needs to understand you have something here that's truly different than what people are going to find anywhere else. All these products, whatever they want to say about them, especially all the plant-based things, it's literal slime. This is like gold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everything that we do, like I said, is all handmade. We have nobody that says anything for us to do. This is our own company. We're able to do what we do with Rex and speak and have the freedom that we have because we have this company. And really, it means so much for us when you guys support us seriously. So we appreciate it.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't bring the audience anything that we didn't believe in, that I don't personally use myself. And I want to show people a little bit of your process here. I'm going through your media. I'm going to go ahead and show them some of this. So this is you guys, this is you guys creating the AHA honey. Manuka honey. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So right now, this is the castor oil. We're adding it into the tallow. It gets whipped up, so it gets in there. Then we're going to add the honey. So the honey is a 850 MGO Manuka honey. So regular Manuka honey, like you get like 150 maybe in the store. This is 850 MGO. It comes straight from New Zealand. This could literally take an open wound and seal it.
And you can make that claim because you've got that high quality ingredient in there.
Oh yeah, we've seen,
and that's no joke.
Yeah, we've seen people have burns that go away, open wounds that close. Like that's the thing. We have thousands of testimonials. Like I'm not just saying it to say it. It's
we got that right there.
Yeah, check it out, guys. I mean, it's truly a gift from God that we're able to do this, and we want to give you guys a gift. So
now the cow is such an incredible animal, and really for cooking, like everybody cooks, this is a great deal. Instead of buying the corporate seed oil, just buy this. You're going to be a lot better off for having it. And starting off very soon, I'll be doing the shipping for it. Another thing I want to plug, shroomforce.com. So my methodology when creating supplement formulas that I want to give people, I want to give you the best value. I want to give you an efficacious dose, something with a proven mechanism of action that you can point to and say, okay, there's a reason why I'm taking Lion's Mane. I want to help my neuroplasticity. There's a reason I want to take cordyceps. I want to help my oxygen carrying capacity and ATP production. I want to get better at exercise. There's a reason why I want to take golden root, boost dopamine, norepinephrine, makes exercise and everything work feel amazing. There's a reason why I want to take ashwagandha, lowers cortisol, raises testosterone. There's a reason why I want to take ultimate maidenhair, also known as ginkgo biloba. Relaxes the brain, promotes vasodilation in the brain, nootropic effects, blood pressure effects, all of it. There's a reason why I want to take reishi, immunity support, sleep support, the beta glucans, all of it. There is something for you, for everyone on shroomforce.com. And what I want you to do is go out there and look up some of these ingredient names. Because here's the thing you got to keep in mind. This is not a mushroom coffee where it's 12 different things and they're all at tiny doses that don't even work. This is genuine rocket fuel. This is 600 milligram a cap, lion's mane, 60 count. So you're getting a month's supply of 1.2 grams a day, the dose that exceeds what you need to work and boost brain-derived neurotrophic factor in the studies, or you're getting 600 milligrams a day for 2 months. All right. And you can bundle and save. You can get the ultimate drive pack, which is what you've been on, Anthony, which is the cordyceps for the body and the lion's mane for the mind. Tell people about this.
I love it. I mean, I'll never use a pre-workout again. Like I've always say, like it makes me breathe better. I can't explain it. Like it makes my cardio better. Like I'm able to push harder. It's giving me the clean fuel that I need, and it's opening my mind. So it's giving me that muscle mind connection. When you work out, you really want to have a muscle mind connection. And if you do jiu-jitsu or if you do any other kind of combat sport, it will just put you more in the zone. Like you're able to like set up the perfect thing and know where you're like your overhook and underhooks are supposed to be. It's like playing chess jiu-jitsu. So this helps because it's opening your mind, and then it's also giving you more cardio. So you're able to go harder rounds. I mean, it's literally like the NZT Limitless, I call. There was somebody in the chat like a couple weeks ago that was saying like, yeah, I bought this and I was just completely locked in the gym. So it's like, I'm not just saying it, other people are saying it as well. And really, you're not going to find as good of a price as that for a bundle.
No, seriously, you're really not. And just look at this here. Let's say I want to get reishi. Let's say I add it to my cart. Let's say I want to get, ashwagandha. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my cart. And look at that. I'm getting 4 items here. I'm getting 4 items for $100. You're paying $20 an item. $20 for a 2 month supply. No one is giving you that.
No chance. No chance.
And literally manufactured by me, not a white labeler, not a bullshitter, by me, by Ryan up in Denton, and then shipped out of Leander. Literally nose to tail. The entire process gets to you. The more you decide to buy, the more you end up saving. It's just a 360 win for everybody. And nobody else can give you these deals. And I want to keep being able to give you these deals. But if you guys don't go right now and support the show and support these products, I may not be able to in the future. And that's not me bullshitting. That's me telling the truth.
No, he's being honest.
My rent right now.
He's being honest.
I cannot pay my warehouse rent right now. I paid my personal rent and I paid my payroll, I paid my employees. But I need you guys to support Shroom Force right now. I need you guys to support 50percentoff.com right now. Again, that's where you can get classic knockout sleep support. If you're an old-time InfoWars viewer, you know we sold hundreds of thousands of units of this product. Okay? This is a winner. This is a thoroughbred. This is like Seabiscuit. Okay? If you want to get Kentucky Derby terms. This is literally the classic, the Dodge Hellcat of supplements. And this is what you want. Knockout sleep support. I've also got Brain Force on here. And when this is gone for good. I am not reformulating it. I will make another version that is better. But if you want the vintage, you want the classic, $40, get that, add it with the knockout, bundle and save, discounts on everything. And if you go to jonescbd.com, if you want CBD and you want 20% off, use code CBD to get between 20 to 40% off on various products. It's a little bit of a test for you. You might save more money on this one and use code CBD than if you order Dreamwave because it's more expensive. But check it out. Check out all the discounts available. 50percentoff.com, jonescbd.com, shroomforce.com, and of course, theungovernableproject.com for the highest quality beef tallow products on the market.
Appreciate it. I'm going to use the bathroom before we start the top.
Go ahead. 100%. We're going to keep going. Yeah, and like that's the thing, guys. Is like people don't make their own products. People buy something from like some giant white labeler, or they don't even know where it comes from. They just read a code for it or whatever. We are 120% invested in this. It's our inventory, it's our rent, it's our people, it's our crew, it's everything all together. Nobody else can give you the package deal of, hey, this is the product that I sell right here, this Dreamwave, and this is how I make it. Nobody else can tell you that story. They give you the runaround. They tell you, oh, it does all amazing things, blah, blah, blah. I created this. This did not exist. This formula did not exist before I created it, all right? You're not going to find any other formula with the blue chamomile, with the melatonin, with the CBD. Might be able to find CBD melatonin, not the blue chamomile, which of course contains the apigenin, which is rich and modulates the GABA receptor. So literally, like this is Americana. This is what we do. We actually make things. We're artisans. We're craftsmen. We're traders. This is what we do. I think that's the bargain. It's bartering. I'm saying, hey, if you want to get a phenomenal product from jonescbd.com, if you want to get a phenomenal product from shroomforce.com or 50% off or ungovernable, you can do it. And you know, nose to tail, where that entire process comes from and what it entails. And I think that's something that hardly anybody can offer you in the modern age. And I think that speaks to our society. Oh, no. All right. Apparently, this is new. Israel tells U.S. it can destroy all Iranian energy infrastructure in just 24 hours. Israeli officials demand strikes on infrastructure if war resumes, but U.S. and Iran not interested in returning to fighting. Well, that's good. At least that's nominally good. And of course, they're ready to target all the infrastructure. Of course, they're ready to commit war crimes. What else have we come to expect? So let's just hope that Trump actually lets Jesus take the wheel, and by actually saying, I mean, stop the conflict. Oh, man. Okay, we're seeing more podcast interviews from the new studio. Damn, that guy got on gear. That's crazy. All right, we got a statement from Arachi, the foreign minister.
Okay.
Every time a diplomatic solution is on the table, the U.S. opts for a reckless military adventure. Is it a crude pressure tactic or the result of a spoiler, once again duping POTUS into another quagmire? Whatever the cause, the outcome is the same. Iranians never bow to pressure, and diplomacy is always the victim. Also, the CIA is wrong. Our missile inventory and launch capacity are not at 75% compared to February 28th. The correct figure is 120%. As for our readiness to defend our people, 1,000%. So, yes, can they destroy the entire country of Iran by hitting its energy infrastructure, hitting its water, hitting its government facilities that civilians would use, all stuff like that? Absolutely. They could commit war crimes and do it. But they're not going to shut down the missile and drone factories and giant swarm bases that are inside giant granite mountains. And it is a thing where, it only takes 3.5% of a population to do a successful rebellion. They have at least half their population that's ready to die. Okay. So who cares if Iran is destroyed, if the entire world is destroyed, Trump? Like that's like they're Obi-Wan Kenobi maxing. They're laughing in the face of the brutal murderer because they know that they'll be proven right. Like that's such a powerful archetype, and you have to recognize these archetypes, and they're represented in a lot of like new media and stuff that you can find. These are very old concepts of like the haughty usurper that strikes down the old man, and the old man is the only stopgap between like the kingdom and the monster, and like the usurper doesn't know that. It's a very, very common archetype throughout storytelling. Like that's what's happening right now. Like the Strait of Hormuz was not an issue before all this, right? And now it's become a global choke point. We didn't know until this happened. What do you think?
I think that Trump has to find some sort of moral victory because he's an egomaniac, and like he just has to find some way to be like, I showed them, like he has to have some sort of thing that he could come home with, because it can't just be a total failure. I mean, it is a total failure, but like he can't allow it to be a total failure. So he has to look like he's the winner in some way to keep, he has that meeting coming up with Xi. I actually just sent you an important thing to your DM. If you want to cover that, but it has to do with this as well. It has to do with this as well. But just like he has a meeting coming up with Xi, so he has to come there with some sort of moral victory, like, oh, look what I did to them. I made them capitulate. I made them agree with the deal.
Right.
But
right.
If you read this, Israel doesn't want that. So
no, absolutely. I'm going to read this from Mario Newfall. Israel just told Washington, I'm going to do a hard out here in 30 minutes. Israel just told Washington to bomb Iran's energy infrastructure into total destruction in 24 hours. Per Israeli Channel 12, Israel has conveyed a message to the U.S. advocating for a decisive shift in objective. Israeli officials are urging the U.S. to prioritize the complete destruction of Iran's energy. We can never negotiate. Negotiations do not exist. Hold on. Hold on. Well, I really wanted it to stop. People are really mad at me. I'm on Twitter all the time. People are calling me they're saying that I'm bought by Israel, and I am, and I just want them to stop. Netanyahu, please stop turning on my vibrating butt plug. Please make it stop. I promise we'll blow up all the power plants. Just like that's literally what we have going on right now.
Yeah.
And I do think that Trump, like at his core, like unless it truly is like the Star Child thing that you talk about, like this is part of a plan, and maybe that could also fit into it as well. Maybe Trump is like, hey, this is kind of fucking up everything for me domestically. I can't even pass the AI demon stuff because people are going to revolt on that based off the war. Right?
I agree. I agree with that.
Like, think about it, right? Because like his billionaire friends, they can't be happy about the war. Some of them, the Jewish ones, I'm sure they're pleased by it. But other ones like Peter Thiel and others are like, hey, we're trying to summon a demon here, and it's going to take us like 6 or 8 years to do it. I try not to say 6, 7, but anyway. We need to not have this go on. So I do think the U.S. is actually trying to engage in negotiations. I think maybe we're too retarded to know how. It'd be like, like a kid that's like, got hit in the head a few too many times. Like, I don't know, like Jake Shields at like a math Olympics or something. We kind of can't figure out we can't figure out the peace talks, but I think we do want to do them. And Israel's like, no, actually what you're going to do is target all the civilian power infrastructure. We're ready to do it day one.
Yeah. This is what I was thinking, like, as I was going to the bathroom just before. I was like, what is Trump's out here, right? Because midterms are coming up a lot faster than he expects, and
time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, dude, if he doesn't get out of this war, the midterms is completely done for him. So like he needs to turn the faucet back on, basically. So like he needs to get out of the war. And once he gets out of the war, like, whatever, we can say all the bad things we want about him, but our economy will actually probably fucking skyrocket.
True.
Like it really will. Like people will have money. The gasoline will drop to zero, basically. Like if he just is a moral person and just like, you know what, fuck it, let's just get out of here.
Dude, if he's even profit motivated. And this is the point I make all the time. This is what's so scary to me about the lack of resignations, right? Is like, it would profit you infinitely more to resign from the current administration and carry that political capital forward into 2028 and beyond. Whereas we have Marco Rubio that sat in the cuck chair. We have JD Vance that sat in the cuck chair. We have every single person that is supposed to be like the anointed one, like RFK Jr., a man who at one point 12% of America, that's more than 1 in 10 people in the country, would have voted for. Literally, it's like, well, it's a matter of national security. Please don't hit me harder, Trump. I promise. I won't get out of line. Like,
yeah, he's cooked. He's done.
It's disgraceful.
He's done. Yeah, he's done. I mean, he had, like you said, he had the golden opportunity to just take 2028 and just run with it. Like, he's just set up for it. Just perfectly set up for it. Like, Trump had every single thing at his disposal to not fuck this up. And like that it brings me back to, like, once again, either it's a scripted reality from the beginning or there's just such bad blackmail on him.
Dude, who knows? I think the crazy retardation of all these people cannot be discounted. I think that's at least 1/3 of all this shit. Nobody knows what's going on. We have to keep in mind, it's like, I don't care what technology you have. I don't care what nuclear weapons you have. I don't care what intelligence you have. You're a human being. And like everybody like in there that we know of that's at least not fully demon possessed, maybe, maybe half, that aren't fully demon possessed, they're human beings and they make the decision to participate in the system every single day. And all it would take is just a couple of them standing up, like Joe Kent. Joe Kent's like, I got the dream job. I'm the director of counterterrorism. I'm literally second under Tulsi Gabbard in the entire country. I'm party to all the intelligence. I'm a CIA asset. Like, this is everything I ever wanted. Even I'd be like, whoa, buddy, like I am not going to be a part of this. And even if we just had one more person or two more people, I think we could have changed this from the very start. But, because of JD wasn't brave enough to bucket, because of Rubio, Rubio would never bucket anyway, because RFK, for example, like they stay in line because they want to play for the team. And there's nothing more disgusting than that.
And MTG as well. She got out. She did the right thing. Shout out to her.
No, 100%. And she's running for president.
I hope so.
That's trust me. I got a nose for these things. She's running for president in 2028. That's happening.
You think Tucker will?
Nah. You have to be. So it's going to be the anti-Trump thing where it's going to be someone that comes in that was a politician and left instead of a businessman that got into politics. It'll be a politician that left the business of politics. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It'll be this weird juxtaposition. So it'll either be Massey or MTG that are going to rise as like the two big figures that we know of now. But I'm sure we're going to get people that we're not even considering. So like it's all when it comes to Tucker, why would Tucker run? Tucker likes to fly fish. Like Tucker has a great life. Like he doesn't want to get killed.
Yeah,
like there's no reason for him to run. Probably asset as well.
Do you think Massey's gonna win this primary?
Dude, oh, that's a whole nother topic. There's so much news to discuss right now. I mean, I was with Jose Vega at the America First United thing. We were eating after, we were talking about stuff. And well, yeah, that video is so funny. Find that, send that to me. Send that to me right now. We gotta play it. But I was sitting there talking to him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, man, he's within single digits, and like in our world, like that's like you're in serious trouble."
Yeah, that's
like,
what I heard.
Dude, Ed Galrin, and he literally, Trump called him like an empty suit. Trump called him like straight from Central Casting, literally.
I know.
And Trump does this thing where he tries to like big dick like independent candidates, like people that actually have political platforms and message, and he just wants to replace you with like an icon of himself, an icon of Trump. It's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
And you'd hope people wouldn't fall for it, but at the same time, you say, will he win? Will he lose? Well, look, who's the senator from South Carolina? Lindsey Graham. How does that happen?
I sent it to you. No, I totally
people
agree.
from South Carolina need to pay reparations to the rest of the country for starting the Civil War, number one, and then number two for Lindsey Graham. You have no choice. It's a double negative. You must pay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's hilarious. But I watched the Tucker and Thomas Massey podcast, and like Thomas Massey was saying, like Egg, whatever his name is, got like $19 million, bro, from AIPAC and Marion Madelson. It's a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of money. $19 million.
And it's literally, think about it. It's money for the Boomer commercial because they're like, we got to find it's like we got a bunch of fish in a barrel and we got this one bait and we got these fish that are like so much more likely to bite than any other fish in the barrel on that one bait. So you just pay for as much bait as possible to bait the Boomer.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's a good analogy. But yeah, I think we need to pray for Thomas Massey to win this thing, because if he does, oh, they're gonna be so fucking mad, man.
Well, it'll make or break him.
It'll be a generational crash out if he wins. Trump will lose his damn mind. So
and nobody even knows the name of the guy. Yeah, this guy, you want to talk about $6 million? This guy's taking over $6 million from AIPAC. I think this is his first race ever.
Yeah, and then he took like $10 million from Adelson.
Good grief, man! This is what we want. Like support him, guys.
Yeah, if you're in Kentucky, please go vote for Thomas Massey. I think that they have this thing. It's called the money bomb. That's for Massey,
right?
And he's up to $1 million that he got. So
that's awesome.
That's good.
I'm gonna go ahead and play this.
We did an excursion. You know what an excursion is? We had to take a little trip to get rid of some very evil people. It should have been done.
Doing that?
For 47 years, they've been killing our people.
Complete cattle. Total cattle.
Just look at them all.
My Trump, I love you, Trump. My buddy Trump is in a fight. I'm in a fight too. Good grief. Get it together, people. Wake up. Wake up, America.
47.
This is not a fun house party.
No.
This is not, you want to leave, bro.
This is a haunted blunt rotation.
Seriously, you want to get out of there.
Haunted.
47 years.
Yeah.
And I can only say this. They were all prepared. They're very strong. They're going to try and take over the whole Middle East. They were going to knock out Israel.
Good.
So he says, oh, we had to take a little excursion. Oh, but they're very strong. Oh, we had to take them out because they're going to wipe out the whole Middle East or take it over. And they were going to hit Israel. Of course, Israel's actually the one trying to take over the whole Middle East. Greater Israel Project, all of that. That's what Trump supports.
Yeah.
So It's so crazy, man. Like we literally, you realize watching this right now, like we set up, we bankroll, we run ISIS and Al Qaeda together with Israel. And then you get Adam Sosnick on Piers Morgan, like taking umbrage at the fact that Dave Smith says that we're the largest state sponsor of terrorism.
He's right.
Yeah, exactly. He's 100% right. He's totally correct. I mean, literally, Syria, al-Shara, now al-Julani changes his name, notorious head chopper, all right, controls over 300 independent terrorist cells that are responsible for the deaths of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of other Muslims, Alawites, and Christians in Syria. Did you know
all those guys are trained by us?
Yeah, exactly. They were trained by us, run by us. You know who saved the people? You know who protected the Alawites and the Shia and the Christians? You know who saved them? The Russians did at their coastal military base. They said, "You're not coming here to kill these people."
Yeah, I remember that.
They saved thousands of lives
in Syria.
But see, it's the Russian pig. They orc. I support Ukraine. Like, fuck you, man. Like, seriously, if you're unaware, if you're politically illiterate, and you don't know the Maidan coup was set up by our government in 2014 to empower neo-Nazi radicals who wanted to kill Russians at any cost, who bombed the Donbass region literally for almost a decade straight until Putin was forced to come in. That's just the fact. Argue with it, deny it all you want. The strongest argument for Ukraine, I know I'm going down a rabbit hole here, is the fact that they gave up their nuclear weapons. Okay, they gave up their nuclear weapons. You know what the West did? We gave up our end of the bargain when it came to dissolving the Warsaw Pact. We said we would break up NATO and not expand it, or just at least not expand it. We added 12 more countries to it.
Yeah, we lied completely.
We ran 36 mass-scale military drills, like prepping for invasion in Ukraine. Put long-range missiles in there. I think it was Turkey that we put missiles in, that we put nukes in during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and that was why Russia responded with the nukes in Cuba. I think it was Turkey where we had our missiles. It's literally a Cuban Missile Crisis 2.0 scenario. And
I mean, just look at the difference between Donald Trump and Putin. You know, like Putin is a man of stature. He's a man of respect and morals. Anytime that he goes to a Christian event, he venerates the icons. He sits there, he prays. When he was in Alaska, yeah, that would never happen, dude. When he came to Alaska, he put all the flowers.
You literally combust. Like
yeah. Like, so people say so much bad things about Russia, but really, Russia's probably one of the most Christianly dominated places in the world, next to Poland.
Well, you see, it's not our Christianity though, because we Heil Lumer and we pray to Paula White, and we give her $1,000 seed so that our blessings can be fulfilled. So it's just, they're not traditional like us with what we have over here with our strip malls. So, like, dude, it's so crazy. Like, you have been lied to, the audience out there, you've been lied to about the world so much. And like, what we are really responsible for is, like, it would be like if you attack somebody like 1,000 times, and then after you were done attacking them for no reason, they'd be like, "Hey, can we cooperate? Can we stop doing this? Can we just like come up with a solution where we share resources, make money together?" Like, "No, I'm in charge." And you're like,
that's what Iran's doing right now.
Literally.
That's what they want to do. They literally, like, if people looked at the list of things that Iran wants, they just want sovereignty and peace. That's it. They want to be left alone.
Not allowed.
They
you
want
get
to be left
IMF
alone.
Bank, you get OnlyFans, and you get Squidward as king of your country. Yeah, that's the deal. But let's play the Trump, because it's just.
They don't know what the hell hit them, right? They don't know what happened. They got hit by the American military. They don't know. They say, "What the hell is happening?" They didn't expect anything like this.
Yeah, people there, you just heard it in the first 5 minutes. Donald Trump talking about Iran, 47 years they've been trying. Opportunity, worst Republican congressman in the long and fabled history of the United
States.
Okay, I thought we had more there. All right, I appreciate Harrison. I was trying to find the full Trump clip.
Oh, we're talking about Massey.
Yeah, because I'm trying to find him with the Ed Gowron as well.
Yeah, Ed Gowron. Never even heard of this guy.
That's the guy. He's a special forces veteran. You know, he's a pack mule. He's not smart enough to understand what he's doing.
Yeah, he's like 80 years old. When did he serve?
It's a good point. I don't know. Back when they had lead in the rations.
Yeah, he's not like some Chad Navy SEAL. He's not like a Joe Kent or like, he's not even a Tim Sheehy.
Right.
It's an old ass motherfucker.
I'm trying to find this scene, and people made like dumbass edits of it. Like, just give it to me. Where like, all right, I'm trying to find the scene where Syndrome tears down the poster, in The Incredibles. You know, like the poster of Mr. Incredible.
Oh yeah, where he like pulls it down.
Yeah,
He's just
exactly.
mad.
That's how I feel about Trump, bro. Like it's so.
I feel the same way. Let me see if I can find the Massey Trump thing. I mean, Massey said it though on that pod. I suggest people go watch that podcast with Tucker, but he said it. He's like, it's like the only reason they're coming after me is because I called out the Epstein files. I want the Epstein files.
So
Like,
this is
how
Ed.
insane is that?
It is crazy. This is Ed. This is the guy. And look. He's like, my golem, my creation.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta do it. Look at my golem. Look at my creation. Isn't he fantastic? Straight from Central Casting. Military, this guy. Can you believe it? He used to carry around a gun. Now he carries water for me. Like, good grief. All right, I gotta stop with this Trump impression.
I love it.
I hope the fake news gets this. Tom Massey stands with the ladies of the view.
Tom Massey stands with the ladies of the view. Mr. President, we stand with you.
That you can look at Trump and he's like, I hope this ends up working out. He's like, we're kind of rolling the dice on this guy. He's a little bit of a, he's a little bit of a fruit ball, but he's our guy. Good grief.
Yeah, Massey said that like this guy has denied like 6 different debates with him. And Massey's like it's crazy because usually the people that are in the seat already never ask for a debate. He's like, I'm literally giving this guy the opportunity to like expose me, and he won't even do that. So that's super telling on what this guy thinks.
Right.
It's like, I'm giving you the opportunity to debate me, and maybe you could win the debate and embarrass me, and you could win it. It's like, as somebody that's already in the seat, I shouldn't do that for you, but I'm willing to.
I'll give an answer to this. I actually went out to dinner with Ali Alexander, some other lady, and my dad at a steakhouse, and I was just insulting my dad and flaming him the whole time for being fat and for eating too much food. And he got really mad at me. And that's the only time I ever met Ali, besides maybe passing him in a hall, and nothing weird happened. He just kind of looks like a freak. And he is a freak as well. But yeah, I went to dinner with them one time and I just called my dad fat for an hour. And he got really mad at me.
Roasted him?
Yeah, I just roasted him for being fat. Now I'm fat. So it is what it is. But I'll give an answer to that.
President Trump, remember that top record? He knows when I farted in church. Pardon me, but don't take it.
No, there's not. That's not real.
Yeah, it's real.
No
Why
way.
isn't it real? Why can't it be real?
No way he said that.
Of course he did. These people are lunatics, bro.
I've never seen this.
He kind of looks like Hitler a little bit too. He's just German, but he kind of does look like Hitler.
Oh man.
President Trump, remember that top secret record? He knows when I farted in church. Pardon me, but don't take it back. Don't get down on the air.
Hey.
What?
Well, that's $6 million. There you go, sir. To run for, you're passionate about helping the country, right? And what that means is doing whatever Donald Trump tells you to do. Why, yes, sir, I am. I had lead poisoning back in 1973. It's like, we got you. You're good. Like, it's like Fetterman. Like, Fetterman is like retarded, like had multiple strokes. Like, I'm a turtle, blah. And they're like, this guy is the new leader.
You ever see Kill Tony?
Yeah.
You know how like they always give gold tickets to like people that like have like
yes,
special
yes,
needs.
very nice, Anthony. Indeed, everyone gets a golden ticket on the Trump short bus. That is for sure. I want to find more videos of him yapping, but it's just him walking around weird.
Oh,
I don't know. So So he's a former Navy SEAL, Army Ranger, and 5th generation Kentucky farmer. They cut somebody out to run against Massey. That would be, on paper, a strong counter. But of course, he's running a Biden style campaign where it's bunker style and you peer out through the slit.
Yeah. Yeah. He hasn't done anything.
Right.
No taking any questions, no town halls, no debates. Just completely a sock puppet put in there by the Adelsons and AIPAC.
Right.
We can't allow this shit, man.
Like, I totally agree.
We're going to end up with Lindsey Graham's all over.
Yeah. We got to get these old people out of government, man. We really, really do. I think the average age of a politician ought to be around 45.
I agree.
Maybe a little younger.
65, they're out.
That's it. Absolutely. 60, bro. No tolerance. We got to have a 5-year buffer period.
I could do that. I could totally do that. 60 years old, you're done. That's it.
We got this. We've got satellite imagery reportedly shows 100 plus IRGC Navy speedboats in a single formation, not drawing down its naval posture. Asymmetric naval force remains operational and visibly arrayed. This is the thing. Like, they have the A-10 Warthogs that are strafing the strait and they're trying to kill these people. The thing is, the Iranians have integrated air defense. So when you have our aircraft in the air and our aircraft costs God knows how much money, and it gets blown up by some cheap Iranian missile or some cheap like Russian air defense system, it's a bad ROI. And that's why we're losing this war. That's why we've already lost this war. It's not affordable for us to fight it. Whereas for these people, they've lived under sanctions literally their entire existence. So this is just like being at war. They've always been at war.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
survival for them.
Like Trump likes to throw out that term of like, we've been at war with them for 47 years. Maybe it is true from an economic standpoint, but it certainly hasn't affected America the way that the war has affected Iran. Like, Iran understands the concept of the 47-year conflict because they live it, right? So that's kind of what we're up against here. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he always tries to say like Iran is the creator of the IED and all this. It's the IED, right?
Hold on. A peanut gallery. I am owned by the peanut gallery, so I must respond. So you weren't around when Ali brought Kanye. I didn't even know he was there. I guess he is now that I think back on the photos, but he was a non-entity. Nobody talked to him. So I was there for Kanye. Kanye stood in the bathroom wearing his GIMP suit for like 30 minutes, just in the doorway in the dark. So
I believe that.
I was just watching.
Is he talking about Ali Alexander?
Yeah, he's talking about the piranha.
Oh, dude, that guy is a freak show. Like,
he is a freak show.
His look.
He is a freak show. But notice how he went away. And like that's the thing. Notice how these people, bad people, worm their way in anything. Okay, and then they get pushed out. I mean, people were. I wouldn't even consider Gucciardi a bad guy. People were bringing up like Mike Adams talking about like 5 years ago, talking about like Gucciardi being controlling of Alex or whatever. Gucciardi left of his own volition to make a ton of money. Like it's when you understand the personal dynamics between people, like some people are genuinely bad. Some people have financial motivation. Some people are just goofballs and don't know what they're doing. Either way, like whatever you're unified in, whatever your mission is, over time, people are going to drop off from that. And like, that's why at InfoWars, everyone that's been working there, like with the assumption of Brandon, who's a new guy, is phenomenal. Everyone's been working there for like 5-10 years plus. Right. And like, that's how we build a core community of people that we can trust, is just by like time spent in the domain together. So, yeah.
I think this guy is an insider. He might have worked for you guys or something.
No, he's not an insider. He watches the fucking knowledge fight people. So he like we have like a hater / fan club that's like 37K strong in the Reddit. So he's very up to date with his history. However, his perception of it being from way far away may be fucked up. But he is aware of various things that have gone. Student of the game. Shout out to you. That's why I answer your questions. I know you're a real fan. So, but yeah. So like, what do we think? What do we think of all this? Do we think that there are going to be like more tit for tat things that happen in the strait, and Trump is going to be reluctant to go back to full war because he thinks that the Israelis, if he says we're going back to full war, that kind of like the first strike, they're going to hit the power plants without our permission? That's what I think. What do you think?
Of course. I think Israel's going to fuck this up. They always do. They're not gonna let this happen. They don't want peace. Netanyahu's literally telling people he doesn't want peace.
What is revisionist? Like your own theory of how the world works may not, in fact, be how the world works. I'm telling you how it is because I was there.
So let me do a little psychology here. So this guy was a fan or something, and like what are you like? You feel
I
hurt?
guess people decide we're evil or something. Who knows?
You feel hurt?
I don't think he thinks that about me, but like I think he thinks that about the operation, which does hurt my heart because the operation is imperfect and made a lot of mistakes, but it's not an evil operation. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand the psychology behind it all.
No, but it's okay. We don't do the show just for one person. We do the show for everybody here, and that's why it's important for you guys to let us know what you want us to cover. There are a lot of things that have been done on Gray Area Talks with me and Tim that have been recommended by the viewers and listeners. We would like the same feedback as well. I don't know if your DMs are open or not, Anthony, but I also know you don't mind people at you. People ask you questions. People do all sorts of things. So you're fixing your mic there.
Yeah.
But this really is a team sport. This is a community thing. We're all engaged in it together. And like we do appreciate questions and we do respond to them. So thank you.
Can you hear me though from my regular mic?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, well, my other mic unplugged. But yeah, I mean, dude, I would totally have people if they want to call in too and talk to them. I would love to do that.
Yeah, 2020 was a giant setup. Man. I see you talking about 2020. Like, who got screwed worse than that than we did? That was so fucked up. And I agree. I don't like Roger Stone. I don't like Ali Alexander. I don't like any of these people. So I'm glad we don't deal with him anymore. Breaking news. Israeli, Greece, Turkish news, rumored assassination. Okay, that's speculation. I'm not going to cover that.
You were good. Back to my mic.
No, you're good. You sound good, man.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, dude, when it comes to like all this stuff, like geopolitically, like it's a lot. It's a big brunt of information that we're trying to put out. And like when people are trying to sidetrack the conversation to like, you know, whatever you have of the opinion of InfoWars is like, dude, we're trying to do our own thing over here for right now. Like, yes, we're like, you know, fully supportive of Alex and everything, but like, let us do what we're doing over here. Take that somewhere else.
It's this very basic idea of like, here's the thing. When you go out there and be like, hey, I'm going to create a media company, no one gives you an instruction manual on how to do it. There's not a college course. Oh, I took a journalism course so I could get a 100K job. There's no course that tells you how to build a new media operation. It doesn't exist. So through trial and error, you do things and you make mistakes along the way, just like anybody else. The only difference is you do it from a 100% authentic perspective, it being driven by yourself and your listeners. Not by corporate
for sure. And like people are getting mad that like your dad supported Trump. I supported Trump. You supported Trump. We got played. We got played. We got played. We're doing this every single day. I'm giving up hours of my time every day to expose him.
Right.
Like what else do you want us to do? You want us to kiss your feet and say sorry that you knew he was bad before we did? Okay, yeah.
And everyone's always the genius, but then you'd be like, oh, why don't you support Trump? Or why didn't you support Trump? Well, I like Ukraine and I want Zelensky to kill Putin. And you're like, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, it's just, well, I think he's a Russian agent. And it's like, have you heard of Netanyahu? Yeah. Have you heard of it? Like, and that's the thing is like, yes, are you correct? But it's like, show your work in math. Like you're not correct for the right reason.
Exactly.
You found a way around it.
Exactly.
But here's the thing. We can all come together against this ridiculous horse shit, building golden statues as none of us can afford to pay rent or pay for gasoline. We can all come together against the wars, against the genocides. I mean, this might as well. He should have just, melted down, all the teeth, like gold fillings of the people that died in Gaza to build this,
Pretty much.
He might as well have done that. Might as well have built a throne of skulls for himself. Maybe that would be more fitting and more honest about what he's actually about. But enough negativity. Covered a lot of news today. Did a good show today, a good 3-hour show. I want to show people again where they can get the highest quality cooking tallow, skincare tallow, just overall tallow as well. Tell them about your beef tallow. Tell them about Ungovernable because we got a lot of people in here that need to know about it.
Guys, come check out the Ungovernable Project. We make all of our tallow handmade with real grass-fed, pasture-raised suet. That is the fat that surrounds the kidneys. It's great for cooking. Smoke point of 450 degrees. It has vitamins A, D, E, and K, and it's high in CLA, so it's a fat that will actually make you lose fat. All of our skincare is made with real raw ingredients. We infuse everything. Our deodorant has kaolin clay. It has magnesium. Some of the best ingredients that you'll find on any natural deodorant with no baking soda, no aluminum, no parabens, no cancer product at all. All of these are made with real ingredients, like I said. So that's our berry cherry swirl. It's made with real strawberries, real cherries, mango butter. It's incredible. They all smell amazing. You probably want to eat them. You could. They are edible.
Well, it makes you actually smell like the thing because it's whole infused ingredient and it's bioavailable. It gets in through your skin. It's almost like an inner deodorant or like aromatherapy type thing. And that's what's truly incredible. And I just want to plug this really quick because I use it. I'm out of it. I need to get more.
Tomorrow.
Wiseman's Gift, frankincense and myrrh. When you use this stuff, when you even use like a teaspoon of it, you just kind of rub it on your entire face. I put it on my forehead, put it on my eyebrows. I like rub it on top of my eyes, my eyelashes. I don't care because it's not like a corporate moisturizer or a skincare product or goo. It literally, it'll sink in and then you literally smell like frankincense and myrrh and you can feel it. You can see the moisturization. You can see how young the skin looks. It almost plumps it a little bit.
Yeah, it
well.
does. Yeah, it keeps you.
What's the deal with that? Can you
rejuvenated.
explain that?
Yeah, it keeps you rejuvenated because it's non-comedogenic, so it actually goes through your pores. It's anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antibacterial. It keeps you younger because it helps with the elasticity of your skin. So if you have wrinkles, it will actually straighten out your wrinkles. If you have acne, it will get rid of your acne, psoriasis, eczema, chemical burns, you name it. We've fixed it. Thousands of testimonials. We have one of the best tallows on all that you can
Anecdotal,
find.
but this is what people say, and this is important for people to realize. Is like we've got real people giving real testimonials
Oh,
about
yeah.
products, and they love them. And the thing is like when you make something like this, Anthony, like you're a legitimate creator. Like you created this. Nobody else had this before you made it. Of course, God made all the whole ingredients that you put into it, but this is your formulation. This is your idea. Everybody else goes to white labeling company who says, "Hey, what do I buy?" And they say, "Well, you buy this." You go, "Oh, maybe I put an ingredient in it, whatever." You literally, nose to tail, you create this entire product to give to people.
Hold on. I want to say something to this guy now because he's saying that I need to stop saying that the sun is not what gives gives you cancer.
Hall monitor
The
alert.
sun is what gives you cancer. Wrong. It's literally proven that the sunscreens are what giving people cancer. People lived in the sun for years, man. What are you talking about?
I think they're both conducive. You know, like, of course, if you go out there and get burned for 5 hours a day, whatever, maybe you develop like a skin lesion or whatever. But also, you're putting toxic petroleum products on your skin all day. That's probably not good for you either. That's probably carcinogenic at some level.
And you're
So,
eating seed oils. Seed oils,
yeah,
like this,
seriously.
it cooks you from the inside. You're basically like that's why tallow is important because you're not putting.
Everyone, here's the thing: do your own research, consider the products that you take. But this is like the absolute cream of the crop. When you try this, I mean, here's the thing: the cooking tallow. It's like you say. Like I went to the grocery store and I was just like fucking around and I was like looking at jars and stuff, and it's literally yellow goo. This stuff looks like coconut butter.
Yeah.
Explain that difference to people because the suet versus everything else. What is the difference?
So the difference is that a lot of these companies are cutting corners, and what they're doing is they're using the fat that surrounds the muscles, and that's not the way tallow is supposed to be made. Tallow is supposed to be made with the fat that surrounds the kidneys because
Right.
it has a longer shelf stability. So what happens when they cook it with the fat around the muscle is the fat separates, the fatty acids don't come together, and then it causes this like yellow goop, this slop that melts easier. This will you could have like we've sent it out to Texas, to Arizona. We do farmers markets at 100-degree weather. Plus, it does not
Survives the
melt.
heat.
Does not melt. No, it does not melt.
Right. No, absolutely. And I want to go ahead and tell everybody right now on 50percentoff.com. If you're just joining me, here's the thing. If you're an old time InfoWars viewer, hundreds of thousands of units sold, the same price, literally the same price from 2016. Everyone needs to take Knockout Sleep Support. It'll improve your sleep. It'll improve your recovery. It'll improve your relaxation. All these things, $29.95. Subscribe and save. Here's the thing. I've only got about 700 units left. When this is gone, because of how broke I am, it'll be a while before I can afford to reorder it. And it's a real winner. So if you want to get it at this price right now at $29.95, subscribe and save, bundle and save, you name it. Go to 50percentoff.com and get Knockout Sleep Support. As far as supplements go, I've got Alpha Power and Brain Force Plus. These are old InfoWars Life products that I have access to because I used to own inventory back in the day. When these are gone, these are truly gone forever. Brain Force Plus. You're going to want to get that before it's gone. This is a classic formula. Get it as a souvenir. You want a real souvenir of the Info War? Grab yourself some Brain Force Plus. Grab yourself some Knockout. The Knockout's under a new label, so it's a little bit different. Added magnesium to it, you name it. But if you want a piece of history, go to 50percentoff.com. You want something that's going to make your life better, go to 50percentoff.com. I've also got the amazing, because fluoride is very toxic. It's very bad. It's an adjutant, which means it helps other things pass the blood-brain barrier that you don't want passing. You can get Super Blue Peppermint non-fluoride toothpaste, or you get the bubble gum, which is actually a little bit discounted. So that's $10.99 right there. Bundle and save, subscribe and save, like I often say. I've also got some skincare products on here as well. You might want to check out. And that's all available on 50percentoff.com, as well as the Knockout sleep support product. Super important. Just go ahead and buy it, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to it. It's going to make your life better. But hey, you want something a little bit stronger? You want the nuclear option for sleep? You want to get off the bad cough syrup or whatever it is? Not making any health claims, but this is rocket fuel in the good way to send you off to dreamland. Dreamwave PM blend, full spectrum CBD with blue cameo plus melatonin, $37.95. You're not going to find a deal like that anywhere else. JonesCBD.com. Look at the dog. The dog does not eat unless we sell supplements and CBD and beef tallow. So when you support the products, when you support the show, when you support the store, you're supporting Rupert. Rupert is a good boy. Rupert wants people to buy melatonin at the best price around at 50percentoff.com and jonescbd.com, right?
And next week, we're going to have that super bundle for you guys where you can get everything together in tallow, knockout, everything for a
Look
good
at
price.
him. He's a good boy. Rupert needs you to go to jonescbd.com right now, and he needs you to get Dreamwave. He says it's the best. He needs you to get Ultra Green. He says it's the best. He needs you to get Ultra Chill. He says it's the best. And he wants you to just go in general to all these different stores and just check out the formulas, check out the ingredients, look it up. You can view the COA. You can actually look at the testing, view the testing. Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you can see nose to tail what all this is about. I got it right here.
Oh, wow.
I got the information right here. So if you want to see what you're taking, you want to see what you're supporting, you want to see what you're getting, it's all available on jonescbd.com. It's all transparent. So if you want the actual testing data, if you want all of it, you will be able to see where your product comes from and why it's a good thing for you to consider. Please don't eat nicotine pouch. Please do not do that. All right. Well, the dog is trying to eat nicotine pouches.
That's our call.
I can't allow that to happen. Really appreciate all you guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much, Anthony.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.